How's it going, everybody? Welcome. It is Friday night, the first Friday of a long weekend. That's right. It's Memorial Day on Monday, and you might have forgotten. But if you did, you're welcome for me reminding you.
I forgot.
You forgot? Did everybody forget?
Yeah, I forgot.
Is that because it has no bearing on any of your work schedules, or no? Yeah, me neither. Cool. So welcome. It is Friday night here on Saving Throw. That means it's time for Wildcards, which is our Deadlands Reloaded show. That's right. We will be traveling through all the dark, twisted, supernatural, and slightly skeevy places in the Weird West, and also the human mind. We'll be using the Savage Worlds system, and I am your marshal, Jordan caves-callarman. Thank you for joining us. Let's meet our players. Let's meet my players. They belong to me.
Yeah.
They are mine.
Yikes.
I collect them. So this is what I would like to hear from you guys tonight. I would like to hear your name, your character's name, what you're pointing at.
Is that the microphone's pointing it down?
Oh, okay. Okay, you don't have to say that part. Your name, your character's name, and what your character's secret shame is. What is your character's secret shame? Is there something that they did in their past that they're ashamed of, or is there some sort of thing about your character that they are secretly ashamed of? Something like that. I've asked questions like this before,
Yeah.
but try and think of like maybe something more minor. This doesn't have to be a big earth-shaking thing. It can just be something that your character's like, damn it, I wish I didn't do that, or wasn't like that. The Jersey Driver, thank you for the resub. And real quick, for the off-screen things that happened, thank you very much to Double Up Omega for the tip. Thank you, Historian of Nukes, for the tip. And that is it. Sounded like there was gonna be a longer list the way I said it, but that is it. We'll get to tips here in a second, but first let's meet everybody. So, let's start with...
Me! Hi, I'm Grav. I'm gonna talk over here because the mic's over here. Hi, I'm Grav, and I'm playing Howell Melton, the consummate Frontier's gentleman.
Too many.
Is that too many? This is three?
This is three.
Wow.
So you guys
I told you weren't on this episode, Gaurav.
Get out!
Well, it was fun having Gaurav on the show for a while.
I'm gonna miss him.
Yeah.
Anyways, I play a deeply flawed gentleman, and he's ashamed of probably just being ashamed of things. Like, when we were like at the hot springs, he was like, I don't want to see any women here naked. I don't know, he just feels shameful for things he probably shouldn't feel in the Weird West.
Wait, so he's ashamed of the fact that he gets ashamed of things?
I think so.
That's typically not the way that would work.
Okay, he's not ashamed of anything.
Hal has never seen a woman naked in his life.
No.
You guys did the like through a sheet thing.
Ludi's like, actually I left because it was never going to happen.
Stop ripping on my wife.
They've been married for a couple years, and he's like, "Whoa, let's not move too fast."
2 sheets at least. He's not ashamed of anything.
He's not ashamed of anything.
Oh.
Good answer. I think a more accurate answer is he's not ashamed of anything yet.
Oh yeah.
No.
And next, we'll jump right to...
What? No!
Gotcha.
Hi, I am Meghan Caves and I play Rosaline Byrne. I mean, that's kind of like her current arc a little bit, but yeah.
Minor shame.
Minor. I don't know. I mean, her whole thing
Is it nothing? It's a popular answer.
Copy me.
popular answer.
Yeah, don't copy him. You can do better.
I think that her shame would, I guess you could say this is shame, of not doing something well enough. Like having an opportunity to, I don't know, gain something great or pull one over on someone important and not being able to.
Or successfully cast puppet.
Yep.
Ouch.
Yeah, I think
That's a
those are
negative thing.
those are the kind of things she would be like, you know, beat herself up for.
Okay, so she's ashamed she's not as good as she thinks she should be at things.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And then right next to Rosaline.
Hi, my name is Jordan Pridgeon, and I play Gabriel Pryor, who is a con man who used to pretend to be a preacher and then was chosen by some force and now is a blessed. So he can do miracle things, which is neat. And Gabe's minor shame, and he's pretty secure in himself about most things, so this isn't that big, but he's a little ashamed of his upbringing and his family and the fact that he never had any sort of like real formal education. You know, he kind of taught himself a lot of things, and he puts on airs of being.
Shimmickson, thank you very much for the tip.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you,
Thank you.
Shimmickson.
Ooh, it's
Thank
a
you.
pilot. Ooh.
But yeah, Gabe, you know, has cultivated sort of an affectation as like a educated Southern gentleman, and he's a smart guy.
Sure.
But a lot of that was like he kind of came from like, you know, sort of a street trashy kind of family, and
Kind of like a riff-raff, street
yes,
ratty kind of thing.
just a little slack, guys.
I don't call
Just
that.
cut me a little slack.
Okay.
Yeah, so obviously he's, you know, hidden it and educated himself.
Done a fair amount to distance himself from that.
Right.
All right, that makes sense. And then last but not least, we have...
Hey guys, my name's Zook. I play James Bogue, the gunslinger. And what is he ashamed of?
Every shot he's ever missed.
Yeah.
I think he's probably
Wow.
more ashamed of the shots he didn't take.
That's what I was going to say also. It's a-
Thanks, Wayne Gretzky.
I was gonna say education actually. In that.
Took it.
What's that? You
Took it.
I know.
Two
I
people
always-
cannot say the same
I'm,
thing.
I'm always the last one, so I always.
You're always the last
take
one?
Well, I was on Barovia, and everyone took like, "What's your favorite carnival thing?" And everyone took the ones that I was gonna say.
Okay, I'll
Everybody
start
said
with you next
funnel
time.
Okay, great. But yeah, I was gonna say education because he also grew up in backwoods Louisiana and learned streetwise stuff, but never was educated. And then when he went into the military, he was sort of got a field commission basically, but was never as smart as the other officers. So
Out of curiosity, what is your streetwise skill?
it's a D6.
Good. I'm saying, I mean, if you just learn streetwise stuff, like...
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so he always felt like he was behind. They always made him feel stupid because he never actually went to school like West Point or anything like that. So he always felt ashamed of that. But then, obviously, they all died. And he was the only one who made it out alive. So...
All right. Well, that's what the School of Hard Knocks will teach you, how to survive. Thank you, guys. Thank you for those answers. So, we here at Saving Throw, if you've never been here to Saving Throw before, welcome. You wandered through the doorway, and here you are. Grab a seat. Stay a while. We're an independent channel, and we exist based off of our own gumption and pulling up our bootstraps and whatnot, and also through the generous support of our loyal fans. If you are enjoying what you're seeing and you want to continue to support us, if you want us to keep making cool shows to entertain you, thank you very much, P.A. Perryman, for the resub.
Thank you.
Then please consider tipping during the show. It means a lot to us. It keeps everything functioning, which is a big help for us as people who rely on electricity in order to do what we do.
Oh, yeah.
Even if you can't tip, we very much appreciate you just being here. You can always sub with Amazon Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, you can do one free sub every month, and we'd very much appreciate it if you consider giving it to us. Tyrannodon, thank you for the bits. Also, as a fun side thing, all of the cash tips that we receive during the show go towards unlocking reward tiers that you can take a look at. They change every episode. If you enter !unlocks in the chat, you can see what the unlocks are for tonight. We've already moved through a few of them, but there are a few more yet to come. In addition, you can always donate for a toast. $15 is the tip for a toast, and you can have us raise our glasses and toast to whatever it is you want us to toast to, provided you are not a jerk. No one has ever been a jerk. Overtly.
well, right?
So we very much appreciate
don't
that.
challenge them.
No, it's not a challenge. It's like a great job. The challenge is keep the streak going. Yeah, we also have gold toasts that you can make during the show, but those have already all been used up. But for next time, gold is the currency you earn just by hanging out in the chat, and it's 500 gold to unlock a toast. So you got to get here early to get a gold toast, but you can do it. Were you gonna say something?
No,
No. Okay.
that's cool.
I think that's all that business. What say?
It's all that business.
What say we saddle up?
Okay.
So, last time on Wildcards, you folks were traveling through Arizona, making your way south towards the Sonoran Desert, and you ended up in a place called Hanlon's Outpost that had recently, you had heard, had some trouble with outlaws, but when you got there, all of the outlaws were dead on account of a mysterious stranger that wandered into town and gunned them all down when they tried to accost him. After that, he holed himself up in the church and was taking shots at anybody who tried to come near. Shortly after that, another gunslinger came into town and seemed to want to challenge that outlaw in the church, but when he got no response, holed up in the saloon. So the town, if you want to call it a town, much smaller than a town, was a little on edge when you guys came in. But you managed to find out that the person holed up in the saloon was the mysterious bandana man you had heard rumors about in Coldwater Creek, a wandering bounty hunter who never speaks. And in fact, Durandon, thank you very much for the resub.
Thanks for the resub.
In fact, challenged James Bogue to a gunfight when he took the Medal of James Bogue and was defeated soundly by James Bogue's cooler head in the streets. After that, you guys tried to talk to the gunslinger holed up in the church, which did not go well for you guys. And you were ready to move on to the next town, but that night, a mysterious fog rolled in, and with it, a crimson mist that howled like the damned and seemed to reawaken the bodies of the outlaws that the gunslinger had gunned down. That mist was attacking everyone in sight with psychic visions of being gunned down by the gunslinger in the church, and only his mysterious gun that he revealed was named Life Drinker was able to defeat it, but at the cost of his own life. And that gun then passed to James Bogue. And that is where we left off. But before we get too far into that, let's draw some fate chips.
All right.
Now, mystery box draw happened last game,
Oh, right.
and a chaos chip will be added
Oh, buddy.
to the hat. A chaos chip works like a legend chip.
Oh, cool. That sounds like
I don't know
It's fine.
about...
There is also
I bet it's a red legend chip. that
There
goes
is
to the
also-
marshal, and then he can do crazy shit.
still a legend chip in the hat as well. So there's 2 legend chips in there up for grabs.
But...
And the first person to pull will be this
microphone.
Ah!
You gotta set it
Hold on. Beep. There we go. Gabriel Pryor.
Woo!
5 fate chips.
1,
Get
2,
them both. Get them both.
3,
'Cause
4,
you a lucky guy.
5. I got
Okay.
2 reds, 3 whites.
Hold on, I'm gonna touch this microphone. Sorry,
And-
everybody.
No blues.
Did I touch it wrong?
I think you may have knocked out their microphone.
I knocked out their microphone?
How?
What?
Is
I don't know,
that...
theirs is just very low.
Ah!
Huh.
Ours is low?
Hold on, guys. I
happened?
messed everything up.
Ruined.
Because you
I
whacked
don't know how he
the
would've-
Mikey phones.
They're not even connected.
One sec. While we adjust this,
Blah, 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 blah.
Rosaline
blah,
Byrne,
Okay.
3 fate chips.
Blah, blah. Blah, blah.
Oh, big yawn there.
Bing, blah,
Ah,
blah.
I got 2 white and a blue.
2 whites and a blue.
Blah, blah.
Hal Melton,
Blah, 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 blah.
3 fate chips.
Blue, blah, blurp. I guess it's working.
All right.
1.
Thanks for
2.
bleep, blopping, and blurping.
Yeah, you got it. I got red, white, red.
And white reds.
You always get Canada.
James
Always
Bogue,
be blurping.
3 fate chips. 3 whites. Again.
White!
Is that the 3rd episode in a row you've got
Yeah,
3
something
whites?
like that.
Okay,
Wow.
and I get 1 for each of you. I got a red. I got a white. I got a legend
No!
chip. But don't worry, guys.
on.
I can't keep this. This is just for you
Yeah.
guys. So back in the hat it goes.
And just draw it again.
I got a red and I got a white. All right. Both the legend chip and the chaos chip remain in the hat of fate. There we go. And we have a little bit of bookkeeping to do before we jump into the episode, because when we were watching The Magnificent Seven on Wednesday night, we got a few subs that were going to go for this game. So, for Rosaline Byrne, a piece of cursed Spanish gold from Beacon 29.
Oh,
Yeah.
For Rosaline Byrne,
That's her again.
a piece of cursed Spanish gold from Gorilla with a Brush.
Thank you for opening the brush.
And for the table, a piece of cursed Spanish gold from Ignatius Wang.
Whoa!
Thank you,
Ignatius
Ignatius
Wang.
Wang.
Also, it looks like we have a piece of cursed Spanish gold from the Jersey Driver for James Bogue.
Nice.
Thank you, Jersey Driver.
From P.A. Perryman, a piece of cursed Spanish gold for Gabriel Pryor.
Why, thank you very much.
And from Pteranodon, a piece of cursed Spanish gold for Rosaline Byrne.
Thank you, Pteranodon.
Also, let's raise some glasses. Let's raise some glasses because we got some toasts. Some toast coming in. Let's get good and hydrated. Here we go. Gunslinger Andy would like us to toast. Let's drink to life by drinking life with Life Drinker. Yeehaw! Let's drink to life by drinking life with Life Drinker. Yeehaw! Set him up and knock him down. Thank you, Gunslinger Andy. Simath Pirnkoth would like us to toast. Blaukraut bleibt Blaukraut und Brautkleid bleibt Brautkleid. P.S. Listen to your wife, Marshall. But I think I did pretty close. Blaukraut bleibt Blaukraut und Brautkleid bleibt Brautkleid. P.S. Listen to your wife, Marshall. Set him up and knock him down. Thank you very much. Do Simath Pirnkoth. J. Matthews 85 would like us to toast. Oh, the Bard
Thank you, the
1971.
Bard.
Thank you very much,
Thank you,
too. J. Matthews 85 would like us to toast to the posse. So far, so good. To the posse. So far, so good. Set him up and knock him down. Thank you, J. Matthews 85. I appreciate that. It's good.
It was from when we watched the movie
we all
on
know.
Wednesday.
We were there.
Peter Buxton would like us to toast. Better than Tylenol. Better than Tylenol. Set him up and knock him down. We hope you feel better,
Feel
Peter
better,
Buxton.
Did I get you?
Vampire 54 would like us to toast. Don't worry, we'll get the bogue that owns that town. Don't worry, we'll get the bogue that owns that town. Set him up and knock him down. Thank you, Vampire 54.
Bogue fight.
It's a bogue fight. Historian of Nukes. This is another update, I assume, on Historian of Nukes' home game. And I wish I had better news, you guys, but Historian of Nukes would like us to toast to constantly failing your spellcasting rolls and frying your brain from dealing.
Yeah.
To constantly failing your spellcasting rolls and frying your brain from dealing. Set him up and knock him down. Thank you
Good
very
job
much,
not doing
Historian
that
of
too
Nukes.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, your brain's fine.
Shinnickson would like us to toast. Prost and salute to a marshal that never uses the player character revelations against them. Prost and salute to a marshal that never uses player character revelations against them. Set him up and knock him down. Thank you very much, Shinnickson.
We don't have to worry about those questions we answer at the beginning of the show.
Never ever! All right, those are the toasts. And let's go ahead and talk about these tiers that have been unlocked. The first story reward tier has been unlocked, which tonight is Deuces Wild.
Ooh.
And that means, in the action deck, red 2s are jokers.
Whoa!
So that's twice the jokers for twice the fun.
I mean,
Thank you very much. I can also draw those, so it's twice the fun for me too.
Still.
Thank you very much to you mysterious strangers in chat.
Yes,
We have
thank
also unlocked a draw.
Draw!
1, 2, 3, and 4. The draw is 4.
SF Giant!
SF Giant! Thank you for the tip.
Thank you.
The draw is for
1166.
James Poe.
Ooh.
Draw.
No!
Don't get PowerPoints.
Too late.
Don't get townsfolk
That's
come and
what I got.
attack.
His gun needs him.
Cheating!
Oh.
Plays at any point where you...
One more time.
Plays at any point where you are dealt a normal playing card. You may search the remaining deck for any card other than a joker and replace the card you have been dealt, then reshuffle the deck.
But it didn't say anything about twos.
2s are jokers.
God.
I feel like this synergized. No, I think this synergized.
Yeah, we just comboed
with-
off.
Yeah,
We're going
we,
infinite.
We comboed off hard.
That's a pretty good draw. The mysterious strangers in chat have also unlocked a fistful of cursed Spanish gold for the table, so that's 3 pieces to join the piece from
We
Ignatius
got one
weighing
for
on the
each of
table.
us!
Thank you.
And we have unlocked the second story reward tier,
Oh.
which is an oldie but a goodie called a deadly promotion.
Oh no.
Oh no,
What
that
does that
makes
mean?
somebody from an extra to wild card, I think, like a bad
Yeah.
guy. A beard gay.
I'll never tell, but yes.
Next time you're gonna do a throwback and unlock a little high strangeness,
I don't know.
and something weird will happen. We'll be like, weird things
No.
in the West. That's surprising
Actually,
to us.
nothing weird will happen and it will freak us out.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
just a normal day.
What's going on?
Nothing weird has happened. No, we're way past that. All right. So let's jump in, guys. Let's jump in because before we jump into where we are caught up present day, I would like to address one small issue, tiny small issue, which is
Is this an intervention?
no, Hal Melton.
Oh.
You took 2 wounds at the end of that last fight.
Oh, yeah.
And we ended the session right after that fight.
Yeah.
But I assume we might want to try and address those wounds rather than just let them go.
Sure.
Oh,
Am
we
I
talked
assuming
about this.
correctly?
Yeah,
we
we
talked
talked.
about this.
Good
I shot him.
idea.
You shot him?
Yeah, I put him out of his misery.
Oh, okay.
Like he had 2 wounds.
Get
I
out!
was here to say
Yeah.
goodbye.
Yeah.
So,
There's
ta-ta!
So, yes,
No way to help him.
you have 2 wounds.
Like a horse that broke its leg.
Yeah.
The way to deal with a Hal with 2 wounds.
Greener pastures. So, how would we like to address this? Do you have any means of healing?
I can heal myself, and I have a healing bag.
You do.
What
But
might be a little
it's
more,
probably better to let somebody else do it.
what might be a little simpler is how, just hold still for a bit. Let me try and do this. So,
All right. And you did say a swear last time. So
I
you are at a
did.
minus
Oh,
2.
right.
I'm at a -2.
The thing is, like, I don't know if you've done this healing without him, with him knowing that it is like magical.
Haven't I?
You've healed him one time,
Yeah,
but it
you
was
know.
not. It was a surprise both to you and him.
And it's
Yeah.
like the beginning of last season.
It was.
It's like not. I mean, it is, but it's not like magical. It's
Look,
like,
I'm probably sitting in a chair, bleeding
Miraculous.
profusely, so you can
yeah, I say, let me take a look at these.
go with what you're gonna do.
But it could be much like it was the first time it happened, which is maybe these wounds weren't as bad as you thought they were at
Yeah.
first.
But wait, I could test this gun on Hal.
All right,
See
so
what
I'm
happens.
going to try and
Yeah.
heal him, which costs 3 power points, which I have plenty of because I only used smite last time, and then we didn't even shoot things.
Okay, so you have 8 power points remaining?
So I have 5 power points left. I have 8 left from last time, and I will have 5 after using this.
Okay.
So I will go down to 5, and I will roll.
Okay, now
My-
this roll is going to be at a -2 for your blasphemy,
Yes.
and also at an additional -2 for his wounds.
right.
The things that keep him from having minuses doesn't keep it.
It does not. Not when you're trying to heal,
I see.
because that
It's just
is how
how-
he is affected by the wounds,
Sure.
but this is dealing with the severity of
That
his
makes
wounds.
sense. Just curious.
Okay.
Oh, if you're gonna smoke, can you get me a cigarette?
All right. Just hold still for a moment. And that's a 1.
Where's
oh,
your
wait,
wild die?
I didn't roll my wild die, so maybe it's not. No.
Oh, that's a snake
That's
eyes.
double 1. So that actually kills him.
It does actually hurt him.
Really?
I believe so.
Well, I'm gonna reroll with
You're
the
gonna
fate chip.
re-roll? Okay.
Very good. That's a good move.
Are you sure you don't want me to?
I think that's probably the best thing to do. At
Let
this
me
point.
use my gun to heal him.
Son of a bitch.
That's 2 twos.
That's double 2s, which
Yeah.
is actually a 4 with a -2, and then it would be 2 because I have a 1.
Oh, yes, you used a fate chip. I was like, all right, I trust you.
All right, let's just actually I'm gonna curse Spanish gold.
There's table gold.
Yeah, there is. You can use
well,
it.
I have curse Spanish gold. Too.
Okay.
I guess yeah. Let's use a table gold.
All right.
That rolls over.
I'll just
Nope.
keep my little pile.
Sorry.
I'll just keep my little pile of cursed Spanish gold. That's a 4,
Still 4, yeah.
which would heal 1. But I think it's worth it to try and reroll one more time just to hope I can get both of them.
Okay.
Whatever you're gonna do, just do it quick.
Hold
I missed
still.
that entirely.
Yeah, that was a bad throw from me. Come on,
There you
alright,
go.
that's an ace. And that's only a 7. So, alright. I think it's just gonna heal 1. So,
Okay. So you kind of go over and probe his wounds very lightly and gingerly, and as you do, some of his flesh just sort of starts to knit up beneath the blood, but not in a very noticeable way. And how you feel a bit better,
I think I'm fine, Gabriel. You don't gotta do nothing. I'll be fine.
alright.
but you are still wounded. So if you want to take a look at that, how?
Yeah, maybe before I go to bed, I'll try to healing bag.
Oh no, you got to
myself.
do it now.
Oh, I gotta do it now.
Yeah,
Okay.
there, you have to do it
golden
within the hour after being wounded.
Okay, then here we go.
Otherwise, what's it take, like a week or something?
A week.
Nope, because that'd be a 1.
So
I'll reroll
It's-
once.
It would just be a 2, actually, because you're just getting the -1 for the severity of your wounds, but not the -1 penalty
right.
for being
It's not a
wounded because you
minus-
have nerves of steel.
It's not a -2 anymore. I forgot about that.
Curse Spanish Gold? Curse Spanish Gold?
No, I'll just add a d6.
Okay.
That's a good
You're
idea.
going to add a red d6?
Yeah. And it's a 1, of course.
Curse
Okay.
Spanish Gold?
Well, I mean, at
You
this
can
point,
reroll all of them.
I mean, I only need to heal 1, so yes, at this point I will do that.
Okay.
Gosh, we're really going through all of our resources already.
Did you roll?
Eesh.
What?
Did you roll a
A wild die?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he's also rolling his
You
additional
added the
d6.
Yeah.
So,
So that was 3, 2, 5.
Okay.
Minus 2. Minus
So,
1.
so Gabe kind of looks at it, and you realize maybe it wasn't as bad as you thought. And then you motion to one of the posse to go and grab your bag, and they bring it to you where you keep a few of your cleaner supplies just for when everybody gets their bumps and bruises, and you're able to wrap up the rest and attend to your wounds. So you are no longer wounded. Hal
Feeling
Melton.
fine.
yeehaw.
All right. And then jumping ahead, shortly after that, I'm going to imagine you guys left town because no one was super excited about seeing you guys in town after all of the strangeness that happened with you about.
Yeah, well-
It's not your fault, but people don't know that. These are simple folk.
Church.
We need to help them fight off the bad stuff.
You did. But
But
for
the
all
bunch
they
more
know,
of them
you
died.
brought the bad stuff. They don't know.
Probably.
They don't
How I
know.
roll.
So, you continue on towards the southwest, yes? Mm-hmm. Because, important to note, you also, thanks to the mysterious strangers in chat unlocking Chasing Twilight last
Yes.
session, you caught a little bit of a rumor about Virgil Price having headed through this area about a month previous. That would be the Twilight Legion, or the wow, I can't remember the name
The
of the...
explorers.
Oh, the Explorers Club
Society.
But they-
Society.
But they had a secret
Yeah.
club.
The RPG Exploration Society?
No,
Yeah.
the
Hold on, I probably wrote it
Was it
down.
Explorer Society?
Explorers Club.
But there was an inner club. that
yeah,
had
the
another
Twilight
name.
Legion. Why can I not
Yeah,
remember their
Twilight Legion's real. I'm
fake
confused.
name? All right, whatever. The Explorer something.
Nickelodeon Kids Club?
It's the Nickelodeon Kids Club. And you're also looking for him because he has news of chaos potentially.
Vampire
Thank you very much for the tip.
Thank you.
Thanks for evening things out, Vampire.
It's Explorers Club. That's our
Explorers Club. Okay, great.
Right, but
That didn't sound right.
But the Explorers Club was like a front for the more
Twilight
secret
Legion.
society that was
It's Twilight Legion.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Write that down.
leaving Hanlon's outpost and camping out. Rosalie.
Shit.
You are once again in the night. There's only so many nights you can go without sleeping. Eventually, you have to succumb to sleep. And the next time that you do, there are again the dreams. And this time you remember, you see yourself back in the streets of Hanlon's outpost, running from this red mist, and the mist lashes out with that strange floating tendril, and it touches you, and you feel it wrap around your mind. And once again, you're driven to your knees, screaming as you see that gunslinger just ending your life as you sit on your knees over and over again. But as you watch and as you feel the pain of each one of those deaths, his face slowly changes into James' face. Over and over again, James Bogue puts you down. And then eventually, it's as if your consciousness just sort of floats out from the side of your body, and you see yourself on your knees, and you are in James's position, but it's not James, it's you as well. And you're not holding a gun, you're holding that knife. And you have the knife pressed to your own throat. And you feel intense, disturbing joy as you plunge that knife into your throat and watch the fresh red blood spurt out and watch the life fade from your eyes as both you standing there killing yourself and the you that was killed collapse to the ground. I need you to make a guts roll at a -7.
Jeez. Okay.
Got this.
That's a 1 and a 3. Let me.
So really, because of your grit, the -7's only really a -2.
Yeah, it's a -2, but that's
Yeah,
still
but-
got me out of 1. I will re-roll that with
should be a -4.
Oh, I managed.
You have 3 points of grit,
Yeah.
right? So it's
Right.
-4.
Yes, yeah. That was me being bad mathing.
So I have 0. Let's try just one more time.
Do you want to use a table piece of Curse Spanish Gold here? There's one more piece of table Curse Spanish Gold.
Go for it.
Come on, give me an
That's it,
ace.
they're all
That's what I have to have. I didn't get it. Okay, all right. I don't want to make it. I don't want to do this part.
Do you want to fail?
I don't know. Okay, I'll try
You
one.
can use them. Your
I
choice.
could add a d6, but it doesn't feel worth it. I have to get at least a 4.
Reroll.
I aced it!
Here it is.
I still have to get. Okay,
It's a 2.
this one's
A 9 -4 is a 5, which is a success. So you successfully, again, managed to hang on to your increasingly frayed sense of self
Yep.
during these nightmares. But you wake up with a start, crying out in the night, and sleep does not return to you that evening. So Rosaline, fatigue is your friend now.
Just 1 or 2.
Just one. And we pick up on the trail several days later. You guys have been traveling for a few days, continuing on to the southwest. You weren't able to get much information about what was in this direction because no one in Hanlon's outpost really much cared to speak to you after that. So you're just kind of heading this way on fate. And it's been a few days, and the trail is still fairly harsh. So they have not been great days. James, you received a new gun. And Mace 134, thank you very much for the tip.
Thank you very much.
Have you spent any time familiarizing yourself with it, or do you leave it in the holster on your hip? I will say, this gun, once you held it in your hand, before you holstered it, it felt very much at home in your hand. Like I said, it's similar to a Colt. There's something a little bit not quite right about it, but it felt good in your hand, and it feels good at your side. And it hasn't exhibited anything more than signs of being just a normal Colt.
Right. It is holstered. I actually have my old Colt still on my hip holster,
Okay.
and I have this gun currently just sort of at the side, almost cross guarded. So
Okay.
I can reach. But it is not where my main gun is.
Okay.
Because I'm going back because I was also shot by the gunslinger and killed multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
So something about that and the way that gun came to me is just weirding me out enough for me to be like cautious about
One of your hindrances.
yes about how this gun operates. So I have not quite put it in. Like it's going to take some time for me to get.
Sure.
And the thing is that he's drawn to it
Yes.
because he definitely felt how good it felt in his hand and everything.
And there's nothing in your mind that feels unnatural about that. It doesn't feel like a compulsion or anything
Right.
like that. The gun just feels right. Even having it the way that you do, kind of cross-drawn in an unnatural position for where you would go to for your gun, it just feels right, hanging at your hip.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's it.
So continuing on, before we find out what's on the road up ahead, let's raise our glasses.
Ooh.
Well.
Because Vampire 54 would like us to toast, the great scales have been balanced. The great scales have been balanced. Set them up and knock them down. Thank you, Vampire 54.
Like all things.
IPA is a tough toasting beer.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. And we have unlocked another draw. Another draw. Nope, he already has one. Dice. All right. Hal Melton.
Oh,
You son of a bitch.
Drow.
it's like the non-cannibalistic people are getting draws.
Yeah. PowerPoint.
Deadly blow. Ooh, that'll leave a mark. Play after after damage is rolled to double the total of a successful melee attack. Wow.
Wait, melee attacks? But nobody here does melee attacks.
Wow.
Except, wait, Hal Melton does melee attacks a lot.
That is.
Well drawn, Hal.
Yeah.
Well drawn.
That is a good one for you.
I'm a killer man with a punch.
And we have unlocked the third story reward tier, which I'm very excited about.
Oh my.
What's it called?
Visitations.
What?
It is
Good.
called
Sounds
Visitations.
exciting at all.
So thank you very much,
Where all of our
mysterious
family
strangers in
comes,
chat.
super
Because it's us in
nice.
the Wild West. Weird West.
Yay!
Ludi's all like, you know what? You were right.
Aw.
And you guys get married. And
Nope.
I don't know.
So once again, everything is kind of just the pace, the tedium, the long, unending path in front of you, the stretches of barren land all around you, and just the consistent heat, the consistent sun. By midday, you guys don't have anything to say to one another. You're just doggedly continuing to ride down this trail. Will everyone make a notice roll for me?
Okey doke.
And I would like you to decide your negative modifier on this roll. How attentive is your character being at this point?
Yeah. I'll put a -2 on that on top of my already -1.
Okay.
3.
I mean, there are more attentive people around you.
Yes, it's not being particularly attentive right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be a -2 as well, I think.
I'm a -1.
-1?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'll stick with the crowd favorite -2.
Okay.
Because I imagine kind of doing this gets a little almost hypnotic sometimes.
I think
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, definitely.
I got a 0.
I got a 2, which is nothing.
I got a 3.
I also got a 3.
Do we all fail?
Wait, did you add your +2 for
Nope, that's
alertness? That's a 5.
I thought the one time we all failed.
Even when James Bogue takes a negative, he still gets a positive
Thank God
to
you didn't
notice.
go hard and be like -4.
So, how do you guys ride? Do you ride like single file? Do you ride 2x2?
2x2 is probably what we
Probably
did.
depends on the but probably depends on the trail.
Sure. I mean, this trail is not a super well-traveled trail. It's kind of a smaller, more rough one. But there's enough room for you guys to travel 2x2 at
I
least.
think usually we probably travel 2x2.
Okay. And
Gabe likes to ride next to Rose and
sure. So I imagine you two are in the rear then, and
We'll be in the front.
Howell and James are in the front.
they're the stronger riders.
You guys catch all our secondhand smoke back there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not a thing.
While everyone is just kind of hypnotized and looking down at their horses' heads, which themselves are just kind of drooping as they continue doggedly down this trail, James, you just get a little bit of a prickle on your scalp, and you look up down the trail, and you see way down a ways. It looks like a figure is up near a very kind of like smallish boulder, and seems to be like trying to lug something up next to the boulder, but it's still a far ways off, so you can't quite see what's going on.
We got company
Well,
up ahead
What is
near
it?
the boulder.
what the hell is that man doing?
Now, you guys have passed other people on this trail from time to time, but not a lot of people. It's very infrequent, and they all have seemed as tired and as just stubbornly moving forward as you have, and there's been hardly more than a weary hand raised in recognition before they pass on.
Well,
Unless he pulls a gun on us, I say we keep riding.
he might know somewhere we could go to resupply or
Well, that's
spend a night in a bed.
not a bad idea. All right, I'm in.
That would be nice.
All right. Gabe, why don't you come up front? So
All right.
we need to talk to this man. You
I
should
hope
be the one to
it's
do
not
it.
necessary to say that you should keep your hand on your gun just in case.
Of course not.
All right.
I thought Howell was going to do the talking this time. Isn't that what you guys agreed on last time? The next time you have to talk, that Howell was going to do some talking?
You did say that last time.
We were being facetious
Oh,
So,
okay.
It was on Twitter today.
because
All right.
Hal's not a good talker.
He's not.
This one guy, how bad could it be?
So
Bad.
you're riding up next to James, and Hal, you kind of fall back next
Yeah,
to Ross.
I'll switch this back to him.
Okay, so you guys continue on, and as you get closer, you can see that what he appears to be trying to pull up next to this boulder looks to be another person, maybe. Although a person who does not seem to be moving very much at all, and he appears to be struggling a lot to move them. At this point, because of how quiet and open it is, he hears your horses approaching. And you see him kind of look up your direction, and he looks back at the person that he's trying to put up next to this boulder, and then he stands and just sort of watches you all approach.
Hello there. Not many people we run into out on this trail.
Excuse me, sorry. He raises his hands up above his head. You guys can see there's a bandage on his left hand. And he says, listen, I don't want any trouble. All right, I'm not looking for any kind of trouble. But, and I don't mean to offer up any either. But if you folks have any water of any kind, my fiance and myself sure could use some. Now, I've got my hands up in my air. I am not armed.
Is that your fiance there?
That is, yes. She's doing very poorly, and as you get closer, you can see it is indeed a young woman, and this is a very young man as well. You wouldn't put either of them past the age of 19. However, they look to be in very rough shape. Their skin is blistered and cracked from the sun. His lips are very clearly cracked, and they're covered in dirt and grime, and there appears to be old blood on that bandage on his left hand.
I think Howl, hearing this, immediately gets off his horse and approaches with a water skin.
All right, now
Howl, be careful.
No, it's fine. She doesn't look well.
listen, there ain't no tricks here, all right? We
of
we ain't
course.
interested in anything like that, but you folks are.
It just pays to be cautious around these parts.
All right.
What happened to your hand, son?
Oh, well, we were accosted by a group of people that meant us ill, and I'm afraid that my pinky was shot off in the altercation.
Well, lucky for you, you were given a couple of spare fingers.
Yeah. He's cautiously looking at all of you, but he's eyeing the water that you're holding out.
No, just don't be afraid. It's just water. Go on.
All right.
Nope.
Real slow, like. I have a knife, but I'm not going for it.
That's all right.
It's fine.
And he kind of takes it from you, and then he sort of turns back to the young woman that's up against the rock, and you can see there's just a minuscule amount of shade being cast by this rock that he seemed to be trying to drag her into. And he goes down and he whispers something kind of softly to her, and he sort of tilts her head back slightly, and you can see her eyelids flutter weakly, and she sort of opens her mouth just a bit, and he pours just the littlest bit of water down there, and she just kind of lets it fall into her mouth. He says, now, be easy, okay? You can't take too much at once.
No.
I'm gonna walk over and just fan her with my hat.
Thank you kindly. It's mighty hot, and we have no means of transportation, and this must be obvious at this point, but we ain't exactly suited to surviving.
Where'd you come from?
We came from down south, from a town called Deadlands.
Sounds like a hell of a place.
Well, it's where the Dixie Rail line ends on your way out west to Los Angeles.
And what brings you to the ever so hospitable climate of Arizona?
Well, we were running away to get married. Real easy, like real easy.
That's mighty lovely to hear, but
He looks very thirsty, but he is entirely focused on making sure that she gets water
If you
first.
don't make sure that you're all right, you can't take care of her.
I know that, miss, and I aim to have, and we aren't going to take too much of your water. I know how precious it can be out here. Just a little bit, just to keep us going. If you don't mind my asking, where did you folks come from? Is there a settlement up ahead?
There's a small settlement.
it's a few days
Couple
away.
days
though.
back.
It's about 5 days on from here, on horseback.
5 days back by horse, we came by Hamlin's outpost. I don't know if the two of you are going to be able to make it on foot. Now, where's it you two came from? You've just been wandering through the desert without a purpose?
As I said, we were running off to elope, he kind of just gently puts her head back, and she sort of just sighs softly as she leans back against the rock, and he apologetically raises a hand while he takes just a very small sip of water from the canteen, and just kind of lets it just absorb into his mouth, and just closes his eyes and seems to savor it, and then takes one other small swallow and hands it back
No,
to you.
you
No.
keep that.
No, I insist.
No,
It's-
you need it more than I do. Trust me.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
As I said, we were running off to get married.
Pardon my ignorance on the matter, but most of the time people run off to get married, they don't hightail it in the middle of a desert.
Well, as I said, we ran afoul of some trouble, and we got a bit further out than we intended to. So here we are, quite a bit in over our heads. I'm sorry. It's been a while since we've seen people. My name's Beauregard Linscott, and this here's my fiancée Mirabelle. She's doing quite poorly. Otherwise, I'm sure she'd introduce herself.
I had an uncle named Bo.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Oh, it's
My name is Gabriel Pryor.
a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure's all mine.
I'm Hal Melton. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. And I don't feel right taking water
No,
from some.
it's fine. And listen, I got a bag of supplies. I can maybe take a look at her, patch her up.
Well, I don't know. I think she's just tired and thirsty, and I don't think she's wounded.
Well,
But I appreciate it.
I mean, we got horses. If you want to ride, we
How?
can take you.
I want to put my hand on Hal's shoulder and just kind of pull him off for just a couple steps. Hal, I know you want to do right by these people, but if they've been out here this long, who knows when we're going to run into another settlement. We might not be able to give them too much of our food and water.
That's fine, but we can't leave them out here.
Well, we can't rightly leave ourselves to die in the desert because we were too kind to some foolish strangers who ran off into the desert without a plan.
Well, I'm not saying we stay either, but I mean, they can ride on our horses. We'll get somewhere eventually.
Where did you run into these bad folk?
A few days ago, but I'm worried they may still be after us.
Did you have some sort of transportation? Did they take your horses?
No, we were trying to arrange transportation, and they accosted us, and we fled. And I think we upset them, and here we are.
Do you happen to know if there's anywhere, a town or outpost settlement?
Well, not knowing exactly where it is that we've ended up, if you continue due south or southwest, it seems, eventually you'll hit one of the towns running along the Dixie Rails line, unless you miss it and keep going too far to the west to California. But yeah, I mean, you could hit Dead End or Phoenix or any one of those.
Any place is better than here, right?
Eventually, if you hit the rail line, you could just follow it until you find a town.
All right. Well, the two of you rest in that small bit of shade for a moment. We'll be right back.
All right.
I kind of want to pull the group just a little ways away so we can talk without them directly hearing. Be like, can we afford to bring these people with us?
I'm not leaving without him at this point.
We can't let two young people die out here. You know they'll die if we leave them here.
But if they come with us, it could be all of us that are dying. We didn't bring these rations planning on feeding 2 extra people, one of whom seems like they're already halfway through death's door.
Maybe we can take them as far as we can, at the very least. Without expending too much of our own rations, we can eat a little less.
Yeah, I can starve myself a little.
I'm feeling much better after some of this water, and I think Maribel is too. We can just continue on. Did you folks happen to see anything that could be used as any sort of shelter coming from that direction where you came from?
No, you will die if you stay out here like this. Both of you will die.
Well, miss, this has been a very gracious gift, and I think if we could just find some place to hole up and just rest for a bit.
We're the gift that keeps on giving, because we're giving you a ride.
Well, we couldn't ask for that.
Well, you ain't asking, because I'm telling you.
Well, no, but I mean, you folks are headed to the southwest, and that's the direction we're trying to desperately get away from.
Well, if you're getting away to death, then does it matter?
Well, it's death either way, miss.
What do
If
you
those
mean,
if
death?
those folks catch up with us that are after us, then that's going to be a bad situation for us. So, really, if you saw anything that could serve as shelter back that way,
We didn't.
well, make a smarts roll.
Oh.
Gee, that smarts. Oof. Oh man,
Ooh,
I'm
one and a
rolling
two.
bad today.
These are bad rolls.
Bad.
A 7.
There's an ace for Hal Melton. Double ace for Hal Melton.
Ace.
13.
13.
I'll be a smarty boy.
6.
6.
7.
7. And 2?
2.
Okay. So you remember nothing but your unnamed horse's head all morning. You guys remember Howell pointing out some point of interest at some point earlier on in the day, maybe a couple hours back. And Howell, you remember specifically from when you were scanning the horizon at one point, way off from the trail, there appeared to be what looked like a couple of piles of stacked wood, which made it seem like maybe there might have been some sort of homestead or something way off from the trail. And you remember pointing that out to everyone earlier with no sign of any real response from anyone. There's no reason to go investigating any sort of home that far off the beaten track, especially out here. But you're relatively certain you remember seeing at least the top of some sort of structure as well.
How far away was that?
It was a few hours back the direction you guys were coming from.
All right. Well, we saw what may or may not have been some home off the trail, but
Off this trail?
yeah, a couple hours back there might have been maybe.
Well, if someone's living out here, then more than likely they'd have a well or something on the premises.
I mean, it's possible where it's all dried up and it could be nothing. So you could take that chance, or you could come with us and take a better chance. I think we can handle ourselves. We can handle some.
How? If they don't want to go that way, we shouldn't
No,
force them to
I
do
know.
it.
I'm not forcing them. I'm just telling them their chances. I'm just saying what I think is a good idea. That's all I'm saying.
I don't want to head back into any sort of trouble, and I'd hate very much to get you folks involved in any sort of trouble as well. If you would do us the kindness of just taking us as far as that shelter, perhaps we could speak to the people there, or just get some water from their well and take a few days and just regain our strength. And then you folks, I know that's putting you out of your way because you're coming from that direction, but then you could turn around and head right on back, and you'd have lost very little time.
I think that's fine. It's not like we even know exactly where we're going anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe
All right.
we could refill there too, I suppose. Assuming there's something there, which is a big assumption.
It is. We're all taking a chance on this, so I mean, it looked like that wood was pretty freshly cut, so
Well, I understand, and I don't want to put you folks out. You said it's just a few hours that direction?
yeah.
Mirabelle and I can just make our way up there. You've done more than enough for us
No, we'll
already,
take you,
telling
but you
us.
have to promise, if we do this, that you don't just go wandering off into the desert without a plan next time. Whether or not you get run, I don't know, whether or not some people come after you.
Of course, miss. Listen, this wasn't anything we planned on doing. This is just a run of bad luck is what it was.
All right. Well, why don't you know how to ride a horse?
Yeah.
All right. Well, why don't Gabe? Do you want to jump back on mine and you can give him no name?
I'm not giving them my horse. They can
What?
ride on the back of someone else. If
I
they
can't
want.
give him Gus. He should run off.
Well,
Why don't you ride with one of them?
Why don't you have her ride with me?
I don't want to split him up.
Well,
If that's all right, I'll take care of her.
all right. Okay.
Yeah. You're right on me then.
Mirabelle, do you think you can stand up and get on the back of this woman's horse?
I can help her up.
And she kind of nods faintly, and he goes down to pull her up, and she kind of stands up with him, and then her knees sort of give out. And
Wait.
okay,
I'll
all right,
try and
all
catch
right.
her too.
Why
All
don't
right,
we
thank you.
put her on the front and she can lean on me?
All right, if you're all right with that, miss. Okay. So it takes a little doing with
Yeah.
you and Bo helping her out, but then they're able to get Mirabelle up there, and she just sort of lulls forward in the saddle. You can feel her breathing against you, and it feels shallow and pained.
I'll give her a little more water. She's on mine.
Of yours? Okay. It's probably fairly difficult to do with someone who's in front of you and not
I'm real
super
talented.
responsive. You can definitely try.
You're very coordinated.
Yeah.
Go with my foot.
She's got a camel pack.
She gets a little bit of
Sure.
water, probably.
Probably try to help Anna too with my
Okay.
handy dandy fan.
And who's Bo riding with?
Me.
Okay, so he gets up behind you.
Yeah.
And you can feel him just kind of like intensely focused on Mirabelle the
She'll
whole
be
time.
all right. She'll be all right.
All right, all right. Thank you again for doing this. This is very kind. So you guys are turning around and heading back the other way?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it takes about 3 hours or so to head back up the trail at that same pace. But eventually, you guys arrive at the location that you remember spotting Hal. And looking off in the direction that Hal points, you all can see the stacked wood and what does indeed look like the roof of a structure over that way.
I'm glad that what you saw was real.
I'll be damned.
So,
I didn't notice that at all on the way here.
so you guys heading over there?
Yeah.
Are you like riding ahead to check it out, or are you just kind of heading over?
Yeah, why don't I go check it out real quick before we all...
With the dude on your back?
Yeah, that's fine, right? Would you rather one of you come?
I'll go check it out.
All right, yeah, you come with me.
Well, he does have
Okay, so James, you and Howell and Beauregard are riding up to check it out?
Howl and Bo.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So you guys ride up, and from a ways out, can you guys make a notice roll for me? 10?
3.
3.
And while they're out, I'm just gonna quietly suffocate the fiance.
Okay. Because Rosalie went to the bathroom, and
Right.
it's just you and the fiance.
No moral compass.
There we go. Problem
Well, he's already got a
solved.
-2, so.
So even from a little ways out, you can tell this small home, it looks like, is dilapidated and in ill repair. You don't see any signs of life nearby. Everything seems to be grown up around it. There are a couple piles of stacked wood and some boulders just kind of around the house itself, but it appears to be unoccupied. And behind it, you do catch sight of what looks like an old stone well. I'll be damned, they do have a well.
Let's check that out first, right? You wanna...
Well, should we
I'll
see if
check the door.
anybody's
Yeah,
home?
yeah.
All right.
I'll get off dot.
Okay.
And, Hello!
The door just kind of opens up at your pounding, revealing a darkened interior that has been, looks like it has seen a fair amount of wildlife wander through. You see droppings of various kinds throughout, cobwebs, there's dust everywhere. Not really anything to speak of as far as belongings go. There's just like one wardrobe that's old and rotten that's just sort of hanging open. And the smashed remains of what looks like maybe a table from at one point. It's just a small 2-room house, and it appears to have been abandoned for a while.
I don't see anyone in here. I don't think this has been used for quite a while.
Well, that's somewhat of a blessing in disguise, ain't it? I mean, there's no one that we need to speak to in order to get permission to be here, and it's already much cooler in here.
All right, well, let's check out the well and see if anybody can live here. We'll
All
go
right.
around back.
So you guys are heading out to the well?
Yeah.
Hold on. Megan's gonna destroy the world.
It's my dress.
Aw.
It's getting stuck under.
So you guys walk out to the well, and there is an old ratty rope and a somewhat holy bucket here, but you lower it, and
It's fine.
you lower it into the well, and you hear the telltale splash far down below of water, and you're able to pull it up. Now the bucket is draining water the whole time you pull it up, but it's still about halfway full. And though the water looks a bit like muddy, it still doesn't smell like it's got anything off in it. It seems relatively clean.
Well, it's clean enough. I don't want to boil it before you start drinking it, but it's clean
Why?
enough.
Yeah. What would that do?
That, I don't know, sometimes we boiled water when I was a kid, too.
Sounds hot.
Would be hot, but it also makes it a little cleaner.
Oh. Okay,
What is it?
sure.
You've been talking some weird science?
No, something my pa used to do. No, nobody
That's
else?
strange.
People knew about boiling water in the.
Yeah.
Did they?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's nothing for a long time.
I'll allow it. Fine. But how funny? Okay. All right.
But how funny.
So yeah, the well does appear to be working.
All right, well, let's get Maribel inside in the shade, and we'll all get some water, and maybe, what time is it?
It's late afternoon at this point.
All right, I guess we'll stay here for the night at least.
We're
Make
not
sure
with
it's
you
safe.
yet, are we? Did we join?
Not yet. No, they're at the house talking.
I'll go back out and get them.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if we'll stay here, but we can leave them here.
All right, well, let me open up some windows in the house, get some light inside, see what we got.
There's water in the well, but no one's home.
Well, what time of day is it?
It's like late afternoon.
Well, I don't imagine we'll find a better place to camp down before going out.
No, at least we have some sort of cover for once. Not that it matters at night, I suppose.
No sign of why people might have left it, is there?
Looks like it was abandoned. Not rushed, really. I mean, there's only a few pieces of furniture in there, but they are smashed.
Probably because they live in hell. That would be my guess.
Maybe.
All right. Well, those two don't seem much of a threat, but I still think it will be in our best interest to stay somewhat vigilant tonight.
He said that they might be being chased. And we have no idea of why they might be being chased. If they're just a newlywed couple, that seems awful strange that people would.
It does seem strange. Also, are they chasing them on foot? Because at this point, they've been out for days. It seems like they would have caught up to them by now. Unless they went the wrong direction, I suppose.
Well, the way I see it, whatever it is someone is being chased for, that is their business.
I just don't want us to be caught up in this.
Now, on that, I agree wholeheartedly.
I don't feel like we have much say in that these days.
No.
Also true.
And
Anyway, vigilance.
to be
yes.
clear, they're not newlywed. They are to be
They're
wed.
to be. Well,
Worse.
Well, they gotta get around to that.
but yes, let's.
Are you guys talking about this around Maribel?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Who's sitting on the front of?
Oh, yeah, I guess she is here. I kind of
Yeah.
forgot that.
I thought
you
you guys
killed
were
her.
putting her in.
Completely asleep.
Yeah, well, that was me responding to a GM saying something, so it wouldn't make sense for me to actually say that in real life.
Okay.
But the rest of it, I guess.
So we'll say that conversation maybe happened after you rode her over there and got her like loaded into the house.
Makes sense.
I just went, I'm kidding, I didn't do that.
Yeah, Bo helped take her very gingerly down off the horse, and there's two rooms. There's that front opening room, and then there's a small side room, and he kind of like helped her into that small side room and took off the jacket he was wearing and tried to lay it out so she had somewhere to lay down and kind of laid her in that room. And he's been like just sort of slowly administering water to her in there.
I'm gonna check the house and make sure there's nothing dangerous, some bear living inside or something. I don't know.
You probably would have seen that at this point, but if you want to take a look around the area around it,
Oh, that rug is not, it's still alive!
Look out!
do you want to do like a tracking roll to see if there's any sort of wildlife nearby or anything like that, or any people?
Oh, I do have tracking. Yes, I will do that.
Remember, you're a frontiersman.
Yeah, you are our
The
tracker.
consummate frontiersman.
Gentle.
Only 3.
I know. What is this?
That's critical fail on your tracking roll.
There is a bear! There is, in fact, a bear!
Ain't nothing here except this large spider.
Something is tracking you.
Guess I'll re-roll that.
You're gonna re-roll it with a fate check?
What could happen with a bad tracking roll?
I don't know. Don't re-roll it and let's find out.
Is it a table?
What?
Is there a table for that?
I will tell you, no, there's not a table,
Oh.
which means I get to decide.
Oh.
Way worse. Tables only have a certain level of creativity.
11.
An 11. You spend a little time just sort of walking the area around the house, and yeah, it looks like it's been long abandoned. You don't see any tracks of people of any kind at all. Apart from the house being here and the pile of cut wood, there's really not much sign that anyone was ever here. You do see a few animal tracks around,
Okay.
but nothing that looks large or threatening.
Okay.
And no droppings of large or strange enough to indicate that there's a predator of any kind around.
That's all I care about. All right. Should be safe to stay here, at least for a little while till the well runs dry. Who knows when that's going to be?
What is our ration situation?
Well, I imagine didn't we talk about in Hanlon's Outpost? You guys bought some trail rations,
Yes,
I
we
believe. You have like basically the worst, most bland, most boring preserved food possible just to get you places. But I would say you restocked not too long ago, so you're
Okay.
doing all
I
right.
also imagine there's the potential that one of us, like, if a rabbit comes by or something, we.
Sure. I mean, you definitely have the ability to
Yeah.
hunt for something should you need to. I mean, you have a rifle. You have a shotgun.
I just punched the rabbit.
He's gonna punch the rabbit.
Rabbit
I
puncher.
use 54 card pick.
You 54. And the rabbit is gone.
All right,
gone.
you see a rabbit on the side of the trail. I found the hammer.
I'd like to use
I
my
puppet the
rifle.
rabbit.
There is a pudding on the
Deadly
side of the
blow.
road.
Please get into the pot. There we go.
I cast Smite and Quickness on Bogue, and then
Let me try to walk over to that rabbit.
No wonder critters
Got it.
hate us so much. Kill them all.
well,
Devastating.
after what happened to those
Yeah,
undead critters,
Totally fair, right?
we just
We don't take
it's a sore
chances.
spot.
Yeah.
I can at least figure out what the rabbit is feeling with my drum.
Yes.
Puppet
Yes.
the rabbit.
But you need a
And
piece
scare
of
it away.
So the point is, yes, you guys have food.
Okay. I guess we'll get inside and find a place to put down our bags, and
Okay.
Alright.
I assume we're sleeping indoors tonight.
I mean, if you want to sleep outside, be my
Is
guest.
there any furniture? Is there beds or
There's
anything?
like a smashed remains of a table, rotten wardrobe. That's pretty much it.
So we'll just clear that off to the side, make a nice flat space for us to lay down.
Yeah,
beds.
basically you're making the same camp you make every night outside, but inside.
Can I use some of that wood to make a fire outside?
Well,
Yeah, you can do that.
I'll do that.
let's stay particularly
Was there
on
a
guard
fireplace?
tonight. These people seem nice, but desperate situations can change people.
I can keep watch for a while.
Rose, I think the three of us should keep watch. You need some sleep.
I feel fine.
Rose, I have heard you wake up in the night. You just need to get some real sleep.
I can try.
It'll do you good.
Yeah. Maybe.
Try. We'll keep watch.
All right. Let me know if you need me then.
Of course.
I'm sorry, I misspoke. This is a frontier house in the middle of the desert where it does get very cold. Yes, there is a fireplace.
Okay, cool. I'll start a fire.
Otherwise,
there.
they would die.
Yeah, great.
Is there any is there a tree line or anything like that, or it's just desert?
It's very much like
there a
you
Joshua
see here.
tree line?
There are a couple of cacti. There are some scrub around, but it's very flat.
I
This is
like
the-
the tree.
This is like the second worst Airbnb I've ever stayed in.
Well, the smoke will be seen, so if there are people chasing them, they'll probably see it from quite a ways away.
But do you think they would assume? I mean, I guess we don't know who these people are. So maybe if they see it in a house, they are less likely to.
You could also wait till nightfall to light the fire, which might obscure the smoke somewhat.
It'll be a little less visible in the night.
We won't really need it till then anyway.
Yeah, and the thing is that, we should have smoke tonight, because when we're not here tomorrow and there is smoke, who knows who else is going to show up then. So if they're going to show up, let's have them show up when we're here. So
All
we
right.
can defend these people, at least for a little while.
Well, for now, let's settle down and try and get a little bit of rest. I, for one, am glad to just be off of the trail for a couple hours.
sorry to bother you folks. I can't tell you how much it means to Mirabelle and I that you've done us this kindness. Would it be all right with all of you if we just slept in this room tonight? Mirabelle already, I know where she herself right now, she'd be very embarrassed to be seen like this among kind strangers.
It ain't no problem.
Yeah.
I know that situations out here lead people to not live the most ideal situations of their life.
That's true.
You both have been out in the desert for quite a while. Is it all right if we check on you in the night just to make sure that everything is going okay?
Well, I mean, you can if you feel it's necessary, but I feel as though a little bit of water and some shelter will do us a world of good. I don't intend on passing away during the night if that's what you're
Oh no,
talking
I'm not
about.
worried about that. There's just a number of things that can happen when you're exposed to the elements, as it were, over a period of time. I just want to make sure you're doing okay.
Is that why you are asking this?
No.
Okay.
Jim Boggs is real compassionate.
I want to try to use life.
The one.
Well, he rolled a 1, so okay, sure. I mean, you're more well versed in clearly being out here and not being in as poor a shape as we are. You're more well versed in survival. Would it be all right if we just left the door cracked?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
All right, and I'm sorry. I hope that. Well, I hope this isn't putting you folks out too much.
Well, we finally have shelter for a night, so at least that's worked out for us.
Well, good. I'm glad it's not just us that are profiting from your generosity.
Yeah, well, there aren't many people out this way, so I guess that when we run into another, we gotta do our best to support each other.
So how are we keeping? Are we keeping watch inside or outside? How are we doing that?
I'm gonna be outside.
Yeah, I probably would stay inside and kind of look out windows and stuff, you know?
Okay.
As long as someone is awake and, like,
Yeah.
aware the whole time.
You know, before we all, I know we said us three will take watch, but why don't you guys go ahead? I need to talk to Rose for a second. If that's all right, Miss Bird.
Of course.
All right, so Bo retires into the room with Mirabelle and leaves the door cracked.
Vogue.
Oh, Boga! Sorry,
Bogue.
Just
wrong
call him
name for
Jim.
my NPC.
Just call him
It's short
Jim.
for Beauregard.
James Beauregard. And it sounds as if they're kind of getting ready to retire.
Sure. All right, well, I'll settle down. Al, if you're taking the first watch, wake me up as soon as you need to get some shut-eye.
Yeah, you got it. Me and Rose will talk out in the living room.
Just about all that snoring you've been doing.
What? I've been snoring? What? Nobody told me that.
Quite bad, actually.
Snoring like a little pug.
Ludi always told me that was real cute.
Well, that was Ludi.
Yeah.
She may have been a tad bit biased, I think.
Yeah, I suppose. Miss Byrne, how you holding up?
I think as well as all of us are. Being out here in the desert and trying to find whatever the hell it is we're currently trying to find, which I
Yeah.
think is shelter, which we have done well for tonight, I suppose.
I do want to say thank you for taking my side out there and helping these folks. I know that usually we would not do things like that, and it's against our best interest probably, but thank you.
Well, I think they have been very stupid about the choices they've made, but we can't just leave them to die.
Right. So I wanted to talk to you about. I haven't been in this posse as long as you, obviously, and well, we should talk about our feelings for each other.
why don't you continue? Is there something specific that you're... And this is common. I've come across this many times before. So don't be
Yeah.
embarrassed. You can definitely share that with me.
Well, no, and I'm talking about you and Gabe.
All right, that's not usually how that comes.
Oh,
wait, hold on. What is
no,
it that you
wait.
want?
No, oh no. No.
That's just... it happens a lot.
No.
I'm quite used.
That-
I mean, it's all right if that's...
No.
No. Okay, but are you telling
Listen.
me you have a thing for
Look,
Gabe?
no, listen. Look. No. What? No. Look.
Because that
listen.
would be all right.
Shh.
Okay.
Look. Listen. Are you listening?
I'm listening.
Listen. Huh, no. Listen. I'm saying I haven't been in this posse that long, and it's clearly you folks are very much in love, and I'm just wondering why you haven't tied the knot yet.
That's just an institution. Why would we need to do that?
You know, in some ways I kind of agree with you. It is just, a gesture. But making that gesture means a lot more to some people than not making it. And it meant a lot to me when I did it. And I just think that you and Gabe would, in this dark and trying time that we're trying to get through, it could be a little bit of happiness for both of you to share, for all of us to share.
Well, I don't. I would be happy that you all would enjoy our marriage, I suppose, but I don't. It's not something that Gabriel and I need. It's something that maybe our families would require, and I think for us that's partly why we don't. We don't need that. We don't need anyone else to see what we have and to put a name on it.
Sure, but it seems like lately you've been a little, I don't know, distant.
Well, maybe that's true, but it's just a lot of things have changed. A lot of things have changed in the things that we didn't think were real are now being embraced in a way that I don't fully understand.
It might not seem right. It might not seem proper at this point to do something like that, but sometimes that's what love is. It's not being proper. Did I ever tell you that Ludi proposed to me?
You didn't.
Yeah, I was going on 21, 22, something like that, and we were very much in love, and I was working at my parents' ranch, and I told her, someday we'll get married, but let me save up for a year or two, do it proper, get a nice ring. And she said, Hal Melton, I don't care about a ring. You can put a twig on my finger and I'll marry you. And I'm like, no, we gotta wait. We gotta do this right. I want to give you the ring you deserve. So I did. I worked for weeks and weeks. Damn near killed myself. She kept me alive, seeing her every night. And one evening we were out taking a stroll. Beautiful night. Stars were out. And she got on one knee and pulled out a ring that she made. She cut it out of wood. And she proposed to me. So, and she said, I don't care about rings. I don't care about what's proper, We should be together no matter what. And that was the happiest day of my life.
That's a very lovely story. How?
It taught me a lot, It's not about what's right and when to do it. It's doing it when you can.
I agree, but what was keeping you apart? Just marriage. And it's not like there's anything specific that keeps you from being together.
No. It was more about my upbringing, and my father was very religious and wanted to do things very correctly. You save up for at least a year, spend it on a ring. We got married the next day. Like, we just did it. Parents be damned, we did it. And it was the best day of my life.
I have to say, it's not what I expected to hear from you. I
Yeah.
figured you'd be way more by the book. Thank you, the whole car.
And Ghost Hack 159, thank you very
Oh,
much for
yes.
the bits.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, no, I usually am, and she was my foil, as they say, and You know, I think, I know you only met her the one time, but I think you would have gotten along with her.
Well, I wish I had had the chance. Maybe I will in the future.
Yeah. I mean, you could invite her to your wedding.
My word. Of course. I don't. That's not gonna happen, Howell. We don't need to have a wedding. We're fine where we are. That's something we both decided long ago. It's something for everyone else, it's not for us.
Yeah. Well,
And I don't know that he would want to do that these days anyway.
don't put it out of your mind. Just think about it, and we'll see what happens.
We will indeed see what happens, Howell. You should probably get some sleep.
Yeah, I'll get some sleep. You too.
Oh, I do fine getting my own sleep.
Except Hal's not going to get sleep because he has first watch, right?
Well, I thought I was sleeping, so then Gabe can.
Oh no, Gabe is sleeping.
Gabe has first watch?
Oh,
No,
right,
no,
right.
Hal is first
Yeah,
watch. He's
that's
just gonna wake me up when.
Oops, I fell asleep.
Wait, I also went to sleep. Oh, good talk.
Whoopsie.
Funny situation. I thought you said no.
This group is real bad at communicating.
Meanwhile, Boog's been doing first watch. Like, one of these days.
Ghost hack, thank you again.
Thank you very much, Ghost Hack.
So, to be clear, you are still doing first watch?
Yes.
And then second watch?
Uh-huh.
Third watch?
Last watch
Last watch. Ooh, that's what we call it. The final watch.
Last
All right.
on NBC.
So,
When Rose comes back to wherever it is we're sleeping, I'm just like,
in the living room.
yeah. But like when she comes over, I'm just like, well, I never thought it would happen, but did Hal finally proposition you?
That is not.
Tyranny.
That's what I thought was going to happen, but no. He thinks we should get married.
Well, I mean, what?
That's what he said.
Well, that's rather bold of him.
I thought it was indeed as well. I thought maybe he was after you, to be honest. He
Well,
said no.
I don't know if I would have read him that way. I assumed that his time without his wife had finally gotten to him, and well,
Did you know that Ludi proposed to him?
Ludi proposed to him.
Apparently so. I've learned so many new things about Howell this evening.
Well, that man is full of more surprises than I would have expected.
I would agree, I did not expect that from him. I thought he was very straight and narrow, quite boring, but maybe he's got a little more interest in there.
He sure has some strange ideas sometimes.
I would agree with that.
These walls are thin.
Well, we're all in the same room.
No, Hal's outside.
Oh,
I'm on watch.
All right.
Bogue is also hearing this conversation.
Well, we're quiet. We're quiet about it, but we're being presentational because there's an audience.
No, everyone
You're
hears it.
welcome.
Everyone hears
we
it.
heard the whole thing between them. We heard him go, I want to talk about our feelings for each other.
And
then try and cover
Bogue
that
and
up.
Gabe were like,
Yeah.
I said the posse. I said the posse.
We all want to be in a relationship together. It's clearly what I was trying to say.
yep. All right, so are you guys bedding down and trying to get some sleep?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I think that Rose pretends a little bit more to sleep than
Sure.
as much as she can, but I imagine
It's
not that easy.
Yeah, I mean, eventually you do
Sure.
start to lightly doze.
With as little sleep as you've had, trying to look like you're sleeping without sleeping might be very
I'm
difficult.
just pretending.
Yeah. So you guys lie down, and Hal, you're keeping watch. Where are you keeping watch?
On the front porch.
On the roof.
We're on a nice rocking chair.
There's not really a porch, and there's definitely not a rocking chair. But there is a small,
here.
sort of broken awning that
Yep.
you can stand under.
That's the one.
And the night is cool and clear. And you're just kind of like keeping an eye out towards the horizon, or are you kind of just walking around the house from time to time?
Yeah, I'll pace.
Okay. So you guys have the fire's died down a bit, and everyone's kind of drifting off to sleep. And Hal, you're spending a little time just sort of standing outside the house, smoking, pacing around from time to time. And you are in the front of the house, and you just sort of scan the empty, dark horizon. And you just walk around to the back of the house and scan the empty, dark horizon. And walk back around to the front of the house, and there is a campfire about 25 feet from the house, blazing merrily with what looks like a small figure sitting on a log right by it. And when you walk back around to the front of the house, the little figure kind of perks up. And waves at you. And it looks like a very young girl in a white dress.
Thank you very
Vampire 54, thank you very much for the tip.
54.
Just sitting by a campfire.
I feel like Vampire 54 was just waiting for you to put a wig on.
And now, go.
I'll put out my cigarette and walk over, very warily.
Hi, Mr. Melton. Or, I'm sorry, Mr. Howell. Sorry, my parents always raised me to be polite, but I can never remember if you're supposed to use last name or if you're supposed to call someone by their first name. So, is Mr. Howell okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Hi, Mr. Howell.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Becky.
Becky?
Yeah, do you want to grab a seat here by the fire? It's awful nice.
How did you get here, Becky?
Oh, how did I get here?
Yeah.
Same way as you. I traveled. Are you grabbing a seat by the fire?
Yeah, I guess I'll sit down.
There is another log across the fire from her that you could have sworn was not there not too long ago.
How did you start this? What are you doing here?
Oh, I'm just out here, kind of enjoying this nice quiet night, and I was waiting to talk to you.
To me?
Yeah.
About what?
Oh, well, there's a friend of both of ours that wanted me to come and say hi.
A friend, both of ours.
Yeah, you know, I don't know, how you met her. I always called her the Dark Lady.
I don't know any dark ladies.
No? Oh,
Pretty.
that's weird, because she said she knew you.
How does she know me?
She said that you met her when you was really little like me.
I met a lot of people when I was young, but could you be a little more specific?
Let's see if I can remember. Sorry, I'm not really good at remembering stories. She said it was at a carnival, and you were just really little, and that you wanted to have a good time at the carnival, but that your daddy was being really mean, and you wanted to get something like a special treat, but your daddy wasn't gonna buy it for you because it was expensive. So you asked her if she would give you a special treat, and she said she would, and she did. And that's why you're friends now.
All right, Bogue, I know this is you, because that little girl tricked you. This ain't my daughter. You ain't doing this, Bogue.
They can't hear you.
What?
Oh no, it's just you and me here by the fire, and we're just kind of in a quiet place.
No. I didn't tell anybody about that.
It starts to get a lot darker outside of the area that the fire is illuminating. Almost as if the world is sort of collapsing in to just what you can see illuminated by the light. The darkness behind this girl sitting across from you starts to intensify a bit.
What's your friend? What's your friend want? What's she want?
Well, she wants what's hers, Mr. Howell. 'Cause you see, a boon was given, and so a boon is required.
What does that mean?
Well, it means it's time to pay up, Mr. Howell.
Yeah. Well, I'm a little broke right now.
Oh, that's okay.
You know,
She doesn't need money.
I was afraid you'd say that. What does she need?
She hasn't decided yet.
Oh, hasn't decided yet.
But she said she's gonna decide real soon, and she'll let you know when it's time to pay.
No, can we work something else out? Like I could find some money.
Oh, she
instead, 'cause,
doesn't want money, and Mr. Howell, you definitely want to try and pay her back. You don't want to be one of those people that doesn't pay her back. Because then you might end up like me.
What did she do to you, Becky?
Oh, if you don't pay her back, she turns you into one of her puppets.
Well, I don't like the sound of that, Becky.
No, it's not very nice, Mr. Howell. You wouldn't like it at all. You don't want to be one of her puppets, Mr. Howell, because then she can make you do or say whatever she wants. See? And as she says that, she sort of lifts up off of the ground and her arms just sort of go slack to her side and her head lolls. And you can see something in the darkness behind her that seems to be almost lifting her up. See, I'm not even the one that's really talking right here, Mr. Howell. So remember, a boon was granted, and a boon must be paid, because you don't want to end up one of the puppets like me. And her body starts to kind of spasm very rapidly, and you hear this slight popping sound that starts to grow in intensity inside of her, and her body starts to deform and distend in strange ways. She says, remember, Mr. Howell, you'll be hearing from her real soon. And all of this bloody popcorn starts to erupt out of her mouth and starts spewing out of her on the ground. And it's so much pressure building up in her small head that her eyes just fall out of their sockets, and more of this gore-streaked popcorn starts to just flow out of her skull as her body continues to spasm. And you see in the light behind her a dark, shadowy shape with a hooded cowl and a dark dress that reminds you of a carnival you attended when you were 6 years old, and you can see that figure's hand up inside of the body of little Becky in front of you. And then you wake up.
Uh-oh.
Fell asleep on watch?
And you find yourself just standing against the wall of the shack, as though maybe you had just dozed off for a moment.
Oh, yeah, that didn't happen. That's fine. I'm gonna take a walk.
Do you look over to where the campfire was?
No, other way. Take a walk the
Okay.
other way.
You take a walk around the house. Let's all raise a glass and a toast, shall we?
Okay.
That was a visitation. Thank you very much to the mysterious strangers in chat for unlocking that.
My, that's what you want.
Never tell Jordan anything.
Vampire 54 would like us to toast. By the power vested in the mysterious strangers, we pronounce the posse in a relationship. By the power vested in the mysterious strangers, we pronounce the posse in a relationship. Set him up and knock him down. Thank you very much. And Crazy Ken would like to give a piece of cursed Spanish gold to James Boak. Thank you very much for the resub, Crazy Ken.
That is decided that you all are posse amorous.
I like it.
We are posse amorous.
Gotta change my Facebook.
It's complicated.
So, Howell,
Yeah.
you walk around the house, and as you do, the intensity of the dream that you just had seems to just sort of fade back just a bit. And you walk back around to the front of the house. Do you look at where the campfire was?
Yeah.
There's nothing there.
Just a dream. It's just a dream, and you just gotta just lay off the smokes for a little bit. That's probably what's doing it.
Make a notice roll.
Okay. It's 2.
A 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Looking up at the moon and unsure how long exactly you were asleep, it looks like maybe it's time to wake up. Gabriel, who was next?
I was next.
All right. I'll walk up to him he's in the living room.
Yeah, everyone except for Beauregard and Mirabelle is in the living room.
Psst, preacher.
Right, no. It wasn't me. I didn't do it.
Yeah. Well, you gotta do it now. It's time for your watch.
Oh, how? Yeah. Of course. Alright. I'm awake.
All right. Yeah.
Will both of you make a notice roll for me?
Not rolling good today.
Okay.
You know what? I
Double
have,
threes?
I have enough cursed Spanish gold that I'm gonna try one reroll.
Okay.
There you go, double five.
Double
You
five.
rolled
I'm rolling only doubles.
Only doubles,
Okay.
yeah, lots of
5?
I got a 9.
A 9. Okay. So as you're shaking him awake and you're kind of blearily coming back to
You
existence.
know what? You're totally right. Even when I aced, I got double 6s.
Yeah.
I got a 6 on the 8, and I got a 6. Weird. Okay, go on. Sorry.
Howl seems a bit shaken to your eyes, but you both hear a soft sound, a soft cry of pain from the room next to you.
Maybe I should check on them before I go to bed.
Let's both check on them to be safe. Are
Yeah,
you
no,
okay,
I-
Hal?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I just
Nothing happened.
no, I tripped on a rock out there. It spooked me. So.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go check on. Let's go check on them.
You just walking in?
I think I kind of want to, like, kind of... If Hal just starts going over, I kind of put a hand on his shoulder and just, like... And kind of try and be quiet and go over and just kind of peek in through the door.
Okay. So you hear what sounds like a little bit of choked sobbing, and you hear, no, please, just take it. Come on, you need to just, please.
Is everything all right in there?
Yes. Sorry, I had a bad dream, and I was just, I woke up. Everything's fine.
I kind of want to push the door open a little bit.
Okay, as you do that, Beauregard is kind of sitting up in the room, and he puts his hand behind his back really quickly, and he looks over at Mirabelle, who is sitting up and seems to be a bit more conscious, and she's staring at him with tears streaming down her face. He also has tears streaming down his face, and his face seems ghastly white, and he's very tight-lipped. And he says, "We're fine. We just,
You don't look fine.
Mirabelle just had a bad dream, and I was just trying to see if she's okay.
Son, what is it you have behind your back there?
Nothing. It's just my hand. It pains me
Why you
at night sometimes. Just
why don't you give his hand a look? You know a little bit.
no. It's fine. It's healing up just fine.
Just let me have a look.
It's really fine. Please, it's fine. It pains me sometimes at night. I think it's the weather.
Bo, I think it would do all of us some good.
It's fine, really. She was having a bad dream, and I just was trying to attend to her. She hasn't been feeling well.
Must have been some hell of a dream if she's crying.
I guess it was.
Mirabelle, you all right?
She kind of looks at you, and she looks at Bo, and she just kind of stares down at the ground.
Give me a sign.
She's fine. She's just not.
Let her speak for
Bo.
herself.
Put your hand out in front of you.
It's really fine. I'm kind of ashamed of it. So I
I want to walk over to him and just put my arm here. It's like, we're not going to ask you again.
So he pulls his hand out, and the bandage has been taken off, and you see a ragged stump where his pinky was. That looks like an old wound, but he is now missing his ring finger as well, and there is fresh blood just gushing out off of his hand.
Good God, what?
I reckon you have some explaining.
And I just need to sit down. And he kind of collapses down to his feet. And Mirabelle looks at the two of you and she says, I tried to get him not to do it. I didn't. I didn't ask him to do this. You have to believe me.
What's he doing? What's happening?
All right.
You can see she's got her hands kind of clasped tightly in her lap. It's fine. She's fine. I just need something. I was just embarrassed. I cut myself. And...
Glory to God. Stop talking. You've said enough for now. What's going on here?
Nothing. I told you. She just had a bad dream, and I
You
must
think
have
we're
startled
fools?
myself and cut.
Are you getting the impression that we are perhaps dull in some way? Because if that is the impression that we have given, it was given incorrectly.
Oh, just let me tell them. You're gonna make it worse. No, it's fine. It's fine.
No.
Everything's fine.
I'm gonna
We've
grab him by the
seen-
collar and just hold him like, talk up, Mirabelle.
Now we've seen.
Don't hurt him. Don't hurt him.
I'm not gonna hurt him.
No one's gonna hurt anyone.
And she raises her hands up like that, reflexively, and you can see in her lap appears to be Bo's severed finger.
Why do you have that?
Listen, it's not her fault, okay? It's not her fault, it's her family's fault. She ain't done nothing wrong, okay? This was my idea, it was not hers, just like she said.
Explain, Bo.
It ain't my, Bo, it's okay. It's okay, all right? I've been caught. And he looks at her pleadingly, but he's just breaking out in a cold sweat. He does not appear to be in good shape, and he is continuing to bleed from this finger. Listen, you said you know how to help people with wounds. Can you patch him up? Can you make sure he's okay?
You tell us what's going on, I'll patch him up.
Well, he's cut himself very badly. Can you just take care of him?
Yeah.
I promise I'll tell you everything.
I'll get my bag, yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna reach over and kind of grab his hand and try and heal it.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Yeah. I mean, you can't grow his finger back.
No, but I can heal the wound,
Yes.
right?
Yes. All right.
All right. I'm still rolling a -2, right?
Yes. For the next couple days.
All right, so that is a 4, because it's a 6 minus 2.
Okay. So you kind of just reach over and put your hand on his hand. What do you do?
I just kind of hold it in mine and like close my eyes and give my equivalent of a prayer. And I'm just like, just hold still.
And he tightens up for just a moment at the pressure that you've suddenly wrapped around his hand, but then all of the unease in his face just seems to sort of melt a bit. And you release your hand, and it looks like the wound has already like scabbed over. There's no more blood coming from it. He says that
It's all right.
that feels much better. Thank you.
All right, I got my bag.
It's okay, Hal. It's not as bad as we thought.
Oh. All right.
All right, now just don't hurt him. She still seems very weak, by the way, but she's.
No one's gonna hurt anyone, but you need to be honest with us. We can't afford to have people who are doing strange things like this we don't understand. We have seen enough out here in the West.
I understand. We don't mean to do anything or make you feel like we've taken advantage of your trust or good nature in any way. This was just something between the two of us, and it needn't have involved you, and I'm sorry you did get involved, and I'm sorry Bo was so pig-headed about this.
Well, an explanation would do a great deal towards getting us back to even footing.
Bo, I have vague recollections of what happened earlier today. I was in and out of consciousness, but Bo told me that he explained that we were running away to get married.
Yeah.
Do we hear any of this, by the way?
I don't know. I mean, you guys are asleep, so you can make a notice roll at a -2 since you're asleep to see if any of this has. I imagine Gabriel got a little bit heated there, and Hal did too.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah.
think we've kept it at kind of like a low level.
Sure. All right. So you don't hear anything.
8.
8. Okay. You definitely do.
I figured him getting his bag and then...
Yeah. There's been too consistent an amount of activity for it to escape you. I mean, you're a very alert and cautious person anyway, so this has
You've
for
done
sure.
like combat sleeping before.
Yes, this has awoken you,
Okay.
Do you want to point your gun?
Yeah.
and you can hear what's being said from this other room.
Okay. I'll wait in the other room for now.
Okay.
Listening.
So what he probably glossed over was that we are running from my family.
Who are your family?
Well, I'm from the Hemperley clan. You probably don't know us. We live down south on a ranch and keep largely to ourselves. But
Can't sound familiar.
I met Beauregard in Dead End. My family travels there for their business, and he made it seem like there was hope for me, for us, and so he asked me if I would run away with him and get married, and I said yes. Of course I said yes, and we tried to leave, but my daddy found out about it, and he tried to stop us, and so did my brothers and my sisters, and in the confusion we were able to get away, but we got lost out here, and we've been just stumbling through this wasteland for several days, and I don't know if they're following us or not. And Bo was just trying to help me out. You see, and Bo looks at her pleadingly, but do you still have your hand around him?
No, I let go.
Okay, but he kind of sharply looks up at you and kind of sits back. And she says, you see, I can't, I'm not like other people. I'm very weak, and part of that's the environment, and part of that's water. But part of it's that I haven't eaten in a while.
Eaten.
Yes. You see, my family are, they have a very specific diet, and have for generations back, and
I think I'm starting to understand.
something is wrong inside of me, I think, and I can't have normal food like normal folks can. So, that's the business that my family would get up to in Dead End and other rail towns. My daddy, see, my daddy always told me I was lucky. I don't look like much of the rest of my family, like any of my brothers, like any of the rest of my kin. And so they started using me as soon as I got old enough to go out and get men to come back with me so that they could take them. And so I was just told that that's what I had to do to keep my family fed, but it never sat right with me. I was never okay with it. And then I was already thinking of running away, and then they wanted me to do it with a group of settlers that come through Dead End. That's where I met Beauregard, and I knew right then that he was different. I couldn't do this anymore. I definitely couldn't do it to him, and I know he felt the same way, so he and I decided to leave. There's a doctor we heard up north, and she's supposed to be really good. And Beauregard was thinking maybe she could take a look at me and see what's wrong with me, and see if she could fix it. And then if not, Maribel, if not, I got an acquaintance up in Desiree, works with all them new scientists up there, procuring what he calls medical cadavers. And he figured no one would be the wiser if one or two went missing every now and then. You see, she don't do this. This ain't her fault. All right, her family made her this way, and this ain't something she wants, and it ain't something you can hold against her.
It is not something that I rightly understand. But if this is something that she cannot control, then I do not believe that we can hold it against either of you as a person.
She can't, all right? A few days ago, she was getting weak, and she could hardly move, so I took off my pinky, and I forced her to take it so she could be well. You see, she don't need to eat as often as normal folk do, but she was feeling poorly, and I didn't see any other way, so I figure, as you said, I got spares, right? And I only need to keep her going until we can get her fixed.
You could have told me I could have chased down a rabbit or something.
Rabbit wouldn't do it. Rabbits just make her sick.
Who's coming for you?
God willing, no one, but her family are the people that we ran afoul of, and I don't know how much they aim to do and what lengths they want to go to get her back.
And
listen, they
the whole family is the same way.
They are. And listen, they might have just given up at this point. You know, who knows where we are, how far away we are. There's little chance they could have followed me, and they've probably already turned around. It's more profitable for them. You see, they had already stocked up, so anyone else that they take, they can just sell for a profit to that woman.
woman.
At this, Bogue enters the doorway.
Excuse me, we were just having a private conversation.
I'm sure he heard everything.
This woman. Who?
Well, I don't know. My daddy has some sort of business arrangement with some, well, he just calls her that mad woman. And anyone that ain't fit for the family, he just sells to her for a tidy profit.
Where is she?
I don't know. He says he meets with her and then she takes people back to wherever it is she comes from. He didn't ask a lot of questions, and he sure as hell didn't share much information with me.
He didn't say where he meets her?
He didn't. I mean, we live in a ranch down south of here, just a couple days ride north of Dixie rail line. Not particularly close to any town, so I don't know. We would ride into Dead End and Phoenix and any of the other small towns along that rail and just select travelers, out-of-towners likely, people that set out west, and if their families never hear from them again, well, that ain't too much of a surprise. And I ain't proud of that, and it again, you have to believe me, it was something that they made me do, but they told me it was to keep my family alive, and it was to keep myself alive, and I didn't know any other way.
If we wanted to find your family,
You don't want to find
about,
them.
well,
You don't want to find them.
we may have needs that may not be entirely clear. If we did, where would we have to go?
As I said, our ranch is a couple days north of the Dixie rail line, about halfway between Dead End and whatever the nearest small depot is. I forget offhand.
Bogue kind of storms out and goes outside.
Okay. Now
No.
listen. Bo speaks up. He says, I see the looks in your faces, and you folks seem like right, kind, and generous people, but listen, I love this woman, all right? I love her more than I love my own life, and I would do anything to keep her safe, and I know how she must seem to all of you. She must seem like some sort of monster, but she's not. And she sure as hell is not to me, and that's why we are running away, and it's not just to get her away from her family, it's because I love her and because I aim to marry this woman. I aim to make her my wife, and if I have to get us married by some Mormon up in Desiree, I will do it. The way I see it, any god's gotta be good enough for a wedding ceremony, as long as it's me marrying the woman that I love. And she's everything to me.
I understand better than you might think. Look, what it is you do with your own body and your woman, whatever it is that works for you, that's none of our business as long as you ain't hurting the people you meet.
I never would. I never would. It just a little bit is all she needs to keep going, and I'm happy to provide it if it means I can keep her safe.
It seems like you're gonna have to.
I told you I don't want this. I know, but you gotta live.
You're gonna have to hurt somebody eventually. You can't give away everything.
No, that's the thing. That's why we're going to see that doctor. And like I said, even if the doc can't fix her up, I know a way that she can get a hold of what she needs, and no one will get hurt.
Right. No.
Good thinking.
It's it's
But
not.
that ain't doing no good for nobody.
Right. All right.
All right.
Now I understand if you don't want to have anything more to do with us, and that's fine. But
No.
all we need, this has been plenty. All right, we can get water from here, and we can we can keep on our way, and we'll head up towards that Hanlon's Outpost place. We can travel at night and just follow the trail so that we're not under the sun, and we'll be all right.
Listen, why don't you just do what you gotta do to keep her alive for tonight, and we'll talk in the morning. How about that?
All right. All right.
Have a good night. I'm gonna walk out.
Have I performed marriages before in Coldwater Creek?
Have you performed marriages in Coldwater Creek? I bet that you did. And I bet that you viewed them as a very silly thing, and
Right.
you had some fun with them.
I was like, all right.
I bet you brought some new Eastern practices from back east out west.
They didn't know about?
Yeah.
Like when I go to Sickness and Health, I also kind of went into other things. Like if one of you gets bitten by a snake, the other has to suck that snake venom out.
And everyone just thought it was the greatest, most practical sermons that they had ever heard. Yeah, so probably, but and unlike the people of Coldwater Creek knew that you're not really able to perform marriage.
No, but who is?
Yeah.
What's marriage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you leaving them to their rest? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you guys leave the room, and as you bed down for the night, you hear some muffled protestations from the room, and constant muttering from Beauregard, and eventually you hear a very soft crunching noise, and then silence.
Ugh.
I want to go outside and find Bogue. This country continues to leave me further and further from thinking that anything I used to believe was true is the case.
I would say it was better in the army, but I'd be lying.
Sounds like that woman might be your surgeon you have pulled us out here to find.
That's what it sounds like.
Reckon it's worthwhile to try and throw ourselves into a clan of mad cannibals?
I have a feeling we're going to be running into them one way or another. We've crossed paths with their kin.
Especially if they're trying to follow this young woman.
Bring her back.
Now, they seem to think there's a chance that they have given up the hunt, but I'll tell you the truth in my bones, I believe that they do not want their secret getting out to the rest of the world.
No, I can't imagine they would. They'd bring down something upon them, I'm sure. They've got something nice going on, cooking on down here in the Southwest, but once people know what's going on... No, I think what we have to do is we have to move on from here. We have to move south, just as we were, but send them on. Their plan to go to Desiree. That's fine.
Strange. I get whatever these things I can do recently from some sort of power. I'm supposed to believe it's God or the Almighty or whoever. But then there's people who cannot live without eating the flesh of fellow humans. It doesn't seem like the creation of any God I would subscribe to.
We live in troubled times, Gabriel Pryor. I can't say I understand or even reckon I want to understand what the Almighty, as he might be want to be known as, has in store for us, but
Well, these days I feel like we're all well beyond understanding anything.
Mm-hmm.
We just gotta keep doing what we can. Alright. I say tomorrow morning we set out to try and find these man-eating ranchers.
yeah, we send them on their way, but we cannot spare anything for them.
absolutely agree. Hal's the one you're gonna have to convince there.
I'll take care of Hale.
Kills him in the middle of the night.
All right.
Already done.
Okay, so when Hal goes to
Scorpion in
sleep,
his pack.
when Hal goes to sleep, Bogue kills him.
Okay.
Use life trigger and just test it out.
Yeah.
Use the
Oh,
opportunity.
that's what it does.
It kills.
Because we've discussed killing Howl in his sleep a couple times. It just seems like this is the moment to.
It's finally
go
time to
through
pull
it.
the trigger, as it were.
The right time.
That's what it's like to be Eric, huh? All right.
I push you in the well.
All right.
Jokes.
So, you go to sleep. And it's your watch now, right?
I stay up.
Okay. And it is... Your watch passes uneventfully. Bogue, do you go back to sleep?
I don't think I will.
Okay.
Yeah. This. Now that I know kind of what's going on with them, because I had an inkling that something was up, I just didn't know what.
Sure.
I didn't know if they were drawing us into something or what. So now that I have heard what she does and what he's capable of doing to keep her alive and everything, I'm going to be a little bit wary of who we're sharing this cabin with,
Sure.
but also
Makes sense.
who might be on their trail as well, and I'd rather be up and awake for that.
Okay. So you guys kind of post-watch together for a bit, and then Gabriel, do you go back to sleep after a while?
I think so.
Okay.
Try and get a bit of shut-eye.
Okay.
One of us should have a good night's sleep.
Yes, well, as good as we can be.
Oh, there's that sweet pug.
And then Rose crying out softly from time to time in her sleep. It's not exactly the easiest group to get any shut-eye around. James.
Yeah.
I feel like she's just like, no, don't kill me! No!
I'll kill me.
James, why are you killing me? What? No? Okay.
Very specific and well-spoken about her dreams.
James, stop joking about killing me.
James, let's kill Hal.
Shortly after dawn, James. Dawn and twilight are two of the hardest times to have great visibility during the day. Will you make a notice roll for me?
10.
10. With the sun coming up, and the light of it kind of just shining in your face as it crests the horizon, it's a little difficult to see much of anything right now over in the horizon, but you do hear the distant creak of what sound like a wagon wheel. And it sounds to be coming closer from the trail.
I'm gonna go inside and I'm gonna kick Howell's feet
No. What?
and I'll kick Gabriel's feet. Does it look like you're sleeping?
I mean,
I think you slept.
I think I did, yeah.
I'm gonna let you continue to sleep. And I'm just gonna go,
Pull out my gun and
You hear a not all that distant "yah!" and you hear the sound of clopping hooves and a wagon wheel continuing to get closer.
one of you post up in here. Take the rifle.
all right. I guess I'll take the rifle and just kind of look out the window.
And now, looking out the window,
Hand a man a gun with the barrel pointed.
here you go.
Oh, what the hell?
Looking out the window
But
in front of you. You see what looks like a fairly large covered wagon come to a stop not too far away from the shack that you've all posted up in. And you hear some whispering conversation happening. And you see an older man wearing the getup of like a backwoods farmer with kind of like a long stringy beard and a straw hat. Get out of the driver's position and kind of stand up on the driver's position there. And you see what looks like activity from the other side of the covered wagon, but you can't quite see what's going on.
Just to be clear, I'm coming out with you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you hear him, so are you guys stepping outside?
Yeah, me and him will step outside.
Yeah.
All right, can you put Tiny You outside here?
I got you.
So I'm gonna put Mirabelle and Beauregard back here in their room. And then can I get Gabe and Rosaline?
Little Gabe, little Rose.
So, thank you. Rosaline, you're asleep. So are these two.
Or dead, we can't tell.
We can't tell.
Might be dead.
And then
might be
Gabe,
dead.
you're posted up by this window that is definitely there.
Yep, real window.
Oh,
Real fake windows.
I'm sorry. I'm looking for my kin.
I'm sorry, I don't know who you're looking for, but
Oh, I just can describe her to you. She's about middling height, pretty fair of face and long, pretty blonde hair. I don't suppose you could rightly see the family resemblance too easily, and you hear a lot of like muffled kind of from the other side of the wagon. But I got a reason to believe she come this way. Now, listen, I have you know, she's traveling with a snake of a fella who'd spin any story just to take my little girl away from me. He done got her head all mixed up. FD Every, thank you very much for the tip. 6 ways till Sunday, he does. Got her head spinning all around, got her believing all kinds of crazy things. He's done poisoned her mind against me, her pappy, and the rest of her family. Now I'm just out here trying to find my little girl and bring her home safe. All right, now, and if that little varmint gets in the way of anything, he says, kind of looking off towards the house and shouting so that if anyone's in there, they can hear. Pteranodon, thank you for the bits. Then he might just get himself hurt, but it doesn't have to go down that way. I just want my little girl back. That's all it is. So if you folks happen to have seen anybody like that nearby, you could just let me know right now. As a concerned father, I just aim to take her back safe and sound before she makes a decision she lives to regret for the rest of her life.
well, that certainly sounds like an awful tale. I hope you do find her, but no, there's just us travelers here.
Well, now, here's the thing, stranger. I don't know as I fully believe you. See, we've been tracking them for a while now.
Can I, while they're talking, can I take aim?
Yeah, who are you aiming at?
The guy who's talking.
The only one you can see?
Yeah.
It's a good person to aim at.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah, aim at Howell. Now's my shot.
Finally.
And
Aim at Rose, just for funsies.
She's asleep. She doesn't know.
looked like they posted up outside of the road for a bit, and then the strange thing looks like they got on some horses out of nowhere. Gone up this way. At least as far as we can tell now, we could be confused. All right. Lord knows, my kin ain't exactly the sharpest tools in the shed, ain't that right? But, I'm pretty sure that this here's the place.
Well, I don't know what you think you might be finding here, but you best be moving along now.
Well, now listen, I don't know what it is you think is going on here, but as I said, that boy with her, he's a snake. And I don't know what he's done told you to get you all wrapped up in this as strangers and all. But there ain't no need to get in the middle of this, all right? Now, you done chosen a side, it seems. J. Matthews
Thank you,
85.
J.
Thank you very much for the
Matthews.
tip.
For the tip.
And I won't begrudge you. Sure, he sold you quite a sob story. I'm sure she went along with it. Because as I said, he's got her all confused. But don't mean you gotta stick on the side of the line in the sand you done crossed.
Well, you sure have whipped a fanciful tale, haven't you? And then I put my hand on my gun, and without realizing it, I put it on Life Drinker.
Okay.
Um,
Did you catch it, Jameson?
no.
We have studio flies, in case you're
Yeah.
wondering why we keep grabbing
Yeah,
at the
whenever we go like this,
There's little gnats.
it's tiny flies.
We're not insane.
Yet.
We are also
We're
insane.
not insane.
We're also insane.
We're not.
We're
are.
crazy.
We're great. We're great.
We're insane.
Leave us alone.
What are you watching?
I've got a gun.
I ain't spilling no tales, stranger. I was just telling you the truth as a concerned patriarch. I'm just here to keep what's mine safe.
Well, I'm telling you, you should move along. Nothing to see here.
Is that so?
Yes.
Well, that is a damn shame. Ain't that a damn shame, boys and girls? Yeah, a shame. Cause and he kind of reaches back behind him, and he pulls out what looks like a shotgun, but it has 4 barrels, and they're all kind of arranged one on top of each other, and they look like they're designed to rotate in a circle. I don't know if any of you, but James has seen one of these before, but this here is a Gatling shotgun.
Oh,
Something's wrong with that gun.
This is an expensive piece of equipment here. Now I got this new shiny little thing to play with, and I have been itching for something to try it out on. So I'd hate for that to be you in there. You seem like nice enough folks, and I'm sure you done stuck your neck out for a cause you believe in. Zerth Spirit, thank you very much for the sub.
thanks very much.
There's no need for this to get messy now.
No, there's not. Are you drawing on me?
I ain't trying. I'm merely showing you how serious I am about bringing my little girl back home safe.
Well, I suggest you move along. Your little girl is not here.
You done suggested that several times, stranger, but I done told you as well. I'm fairly certain she is. Now, I'm starting to think that maybe you are looking to start trouble. Now, you clearly ain't a father, because if you were, you'd understand the position I'm in. So I'm gonna need you to step aside so me and my kin can just come in and take a little look around for ourselves. And if she ain't in there, well, no harm, no foul. We'll be out of your hair.
Tell you what, you want your little girl? Tell me about the surgeon.
The who?
You know who I'm talking about.
He kind of looks back behind the wagon, and you hear a lot of, Can't say as I do.
Then I guess we have no business here. Gabriel?
I wanna shoot him.
Okay.
I want to do a called shot at his head.
Okay. All right.
I
Yeah!
think that might wake me up.
That's a very dramatic thing to do. Before we do that, let's raise our bottles.
Our glurs.
So cool.
FD Every would like us to toast. I'll wait till the gun is balanced
It's hard.
on its tip.
I'm putting it down.
That's what you do. You stick the barrel in the ground.
Yep.
Guns are like swords.
Raise a bottle or a can, as it were. FD Every would like us to toast. Now there are 3 cannibals on this show. Now there are 3 cannibals on this show. Set them up and knock them down.
We're not cannibals yet.
We just expressed if it came to that, we'd all eat hell.
They're cannibals to be. And Zerth Spirit would like to give their piece of cursed Spanish gold for subbing to James Bow.
Thank you, Zerth Spirit. Thanks very much.
So, you were taking a called shot against
Yes,
him in the
I
head?
am.
All right.
And I was aiming
Yes, you were.
for a while, so I feel like that gives me the
5, 6,
+2 to
7,
shooting,
8,
right?
9, 10, 11, 12. He is, you have the rifle.
Yes.
Okay, so he is within short range then for you. So that is no penalty to your shot. It would be, you're taking a called shot to his head, so that's at a -4, but you have a +2 for aiming.
So it's
So
just
take
a
it at a
-2.
-2.
All right. I'm not the best shooter,
Just
but
hit him.
let's try.
This
Let's
is
try.
it, baby. Let's do
it.
it. Let's get them aces.
Oh yeah!
That's
Oh! Ace on
an
the
ace.
D6.
Ace on that 6. So that is an 11.
Minus 2.
Minus 2.
Which is a 9. A hit with the raise. Now, before we get further into this, since you done gone and started something. Oh, thank you very much for the sub.
Thank you.
A deadly promotion was activated by the mysterious strangers in chat. So
Whoa.
this patriarch here has been upgraded from lowly extra to wild cards. Let me just go ahead and draw a couple chips for him.
Oh,
That's the white chip and the chaos chip. The chaos chip is a legend chip. I can't draw that. I'll put
Okay,
that back
good.
in there.
I wasn't sure if
For
you
you
could draw
guys.
that or not.
White and a red. Okay.
All right.
So that is most definitely a hit.
What's the damage on that rifle?
2d8.
The rifle is 2d8.
I don't know why he didn't believe me.
I'm gonna borrow one of your d8s.
Plus a D6, right?
A D6.
Nope. Oh yes, plus a d6.
I got a raise.
You did get a raise.
Yeah.
Okay.
You aced on that
Oh!
one.
Aced on the 8.
Wait, hold on. Also, you're gonna add
Yeah.
4 to the damage because you shot him in the head.
Oh, right. Okay, so I rolled 8, 9, 10. That's 16, and then 16 and 4 to the damage, so that's 20 without re-rolling this 8.
Okay.
And then, so that's 25.
25 damage. Which is.
That's how you start a fight.
Yeah.
You're dead, asshole.
That's a hit with 4 raises. So I'm gonna soak.
Okay.
I'm gonna soak.
I mean,
You're gonna try.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna soak. So.
Boom. Headshot.
That is a 7, which would soak 1. Oh well, I'm gonna spend a piece of cursed Spanish gold here to soak. There's an
he
ace.
aced it.
It's an 11. That soaks 2.
So he's still alive.
He is still alive.
That was 3, right?
It was 4.
4.
4.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I'm gonna spend a piece of cursed Spanish gold just to see if I can get better here. No, that's
You're
just
better
2
than your
2s.
Jordan's like, it was important that this PC not immediately, this NPC not immediately
I'm
die.
not too important. I just got all this cursed Spanish gold that's burning a hole in my pocket. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna keep that 11 that I rolled. Innocent brown coat. Thank you very much for the tip.
Hey, thank you.
And I'm gonna add a d6 to it.
All right.
I got a 1, which is a 12,
Still-
which is enough for a 3rd. So I will keep that.
He's still shaken and wounded.
He is shaken and wounded. So you, BSB Care, thank you very much. So you fire off a shot, and it just rings out like a crack in the quiet night. And it goes, yeah, you're awake now, because it was fired right near you. And you hear sounds of surprise from the back room as well. They are also awake. And it just goes shooting towards that place, and he reacts instinctively. He's like a weasel. He reacts instinctively to the sound of it and goes to duck down. But as he does, your bullet just grazes right through the top of his head and just cuts his scalp open. And he said, oh, it looks like it's time, everybody. Let's get this thing started. And we are in a fight.
Oh my
As he says that, droves of what look like his misshapen family members start pouring out from the side of that. Now, when the night before, Mirabelle briefly slipped and almost referred to her brothers as her uncles, it is now abundantly clear why she did that. Because these people look super inbred. How Mirabelle came out of this family is a miracle, but you understand why they are so intent on getting her back. So, we're in a fight.
That's how I like to start things, though.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good way to start things, I think.
Overwatch.
You should have shot the gas tank on there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you should have blown up the horse.
I didn't realize it had a gas tank.
Speaking of which, where are your horses?
How'd that fit in there? Oh my
They're
god.
like, Gussie has disappeared, and everybody else is like, at the back.
Gussie will return.
Your horses are in the back?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
The back of what?
That makes sense to me.
Wow. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, how'd that fit in there? What the hell?
It's
It's a clown car. That's what I said.
It's a big covered wagon.
It's a clown car.
All right. James Bogue.
Yeah.
Jack of Hearts.
Sure.
Jacka.
Sure. Okay.
Like he's
Well,
Jack
I
of
could
Diamonds?
change it.
You could.
Nice. I
Bros.
could change it and get.
Guys, stop breaking reality
I'm sorry.
and take your card. 7 of spades, Rosaline.
okay.
Gabriel, 5 of spades.
All right.
For the clan, a queen of spades.
No!
And for their patriarch,
horses.
a four of hearts.
Okay.
Pretty low. And then for the lovers, a king of spades. All right. So the lovers are up first. You just hear the sound of activity from the back room, Rosaline and Gabe too. You're in the house as well. Get up, get up! No, I think they found us. I think they're here. All right, and that's it. You just hear the sound of them hurriedly getting their things together. So that's all they're gonna do on their turn. Next up is the clan. It looks like. All right. So,
Or can I use this card?
yeah, you want to cheat?
Yeah.
You want to look through the deck and get a different card?
Maybe something better than
You want like a
queen
king or an ace?
Yeah, something
Okay.
like that.
Sure.
Or a joke.
That's a good
I think you can
I can't
cheat.
do a joker.
Oh.
I think you can cheat just fine. Deck is yours. And while he searches through the deck, everyone raise a glass.
Oh boy.
Innocent brown coat would like us to toast.
Brown coast.
Cannibals in the dark, life drinker thirsting. Let the sun rise on a victorious posse. Cannibals in the dark, life drinker thirsting. Let the sun rise on a victorious posse. Set him up and knock him down. Thank you, innocent brown coat. And BSB Care would like us to toast
Ooh.
to Gabe, the real gunslinger of the posse.
Oh!
To Gabe, the real gunslinger of the posse. Set him up and knock him down. Thank you, BSB Care. Also, this seems important.
Done.
Enoch
You want
01
something harder?
would like to give their piece of cursed Spanish gold to Rosaline Burke.
Oh, thank you. Who was it?
Enoch 01.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
And
very much.
we have unlocked the last story reward tier, which is called Gear Up.
Well,
All right,
wait, what?
Does that mean it's just mystery boxes from here on out?
it does. You have an Ace of Hearts,
Yeah, I have an ace of hearts, so I'll go first.
so you get to go first. How'd you do that? I swear, a second ago you just had a Jack.
Magic.
I don't know
Anyway.
what you're talking about. I'm lightning fast.
Jack.
He pulls the gun out and fans the hammer.
At who?
At first, the dude with the Gatling shotgun.
So, although from what it looks like, they are all around there, these
Okay.
guys are all still arranged behind the covered wagon because they have not yet gone.
Okay, then he's not going to fan the hammer.
So, another thing you could do is you could go on hold here and then wait for them to start moving out from behind the wagon and then try and interrupt their action to fan the hammer at them. But you would have to beat them on an agility roll in order to shoot them before they are finished moving.
Are these rocks or trees?
Those are rocks.
Gotcha.
do they provide cover?
They do. They are big rocks.
And what is that? That's the pile.
That is the pile of wood.
Great.
Also big. Also provides cover.
I thought it was stairs.
And that card is
That card is their initiative card.
great.
Thank you for asking so many questions.
Does it provide cover?
It does not.
What are all these?
Don't worry about those.
Okay.
What do we do?
You fight
Who am
for
I?
your
How do we
lives.
play?
So what are you gonna do, James Bogue?
I'm gonna take a shot. I'm just gonna marksman him.
With what gun?
I'm gonna do it with life drinker.
Okay.
He is working on instinct, and that's what his hand was drawn to.
Goes right to the big gun.
Yep.
All right, so you pull out Life Drinker. Now that's a cross draw for you.
Cross draw.
And you are aiming at the Patriarch there.
Yes.
And you are trying to do what? Just take an aimed shot at him?
I'm gonna do a called shot.
A called shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a called shot for his heart.
For his heart.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a -6.
Wow.
You gonna do it? It's harder than head.
What?
Is heart harder than head?
It is.
Oh yeah.
Because
It's got.
Because you're not going for the chest, you're going for the heart.
It's much smaller. Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. So you're not moving.
Not
So
moving.
it's only a -4.
Easy peasy.
This is
Relax.
not yet your trademark weapon.
Ooh, it's a 9. I don't know what the bonus.
-4 is a
It's a
5.
five.
That's a hit.
So that does hit.
Woo-wee, ha-ha!
With like
Okay.
Yeah.
With life drink.
Okay, so as you pull Life Drinker, and you aim it, you feel like as you're holding it, it's as though you become conscious of the energy in your body, of like the beating of your own heart and the way that your heart powers the blood through all of your body, which keeps you alive. You can feel it like your life energy all of a sudden, and you feel the gun start to call to your life energy as though it wants you to offer some of it up to it.
Okay.
But it doesn't make you. It just calls to you a little.
I'll let it.
You'll let it.
I'll let it.
All right. So you feel the energy start to just pull, and you feel it start to gather on your arm and travel up your arm into the gun. And as it does, that red trace work that you saw that night in Hanlon's outpost starts to faintly appear, just lightly, trace itself around Life Drinker. And the gun starts to heat up a bit in your hand. And you fire your shot. So make your roll.
Do I see all that happen standing next to him?
You already made your roll to fire the shot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I hit.
so you're gonna add 6 to this damage because you shot him in the heart.
Okay.
And you're gonna add another d6 to this because that is what your energy has been transferred into.
Wow. Woo!
Oh boy.
Okay.
Toast him.
This guy hates cold shots.
Oh,
Ace!
ace.
Oh, buddy.
It's 12,
So
15 plus 6, which is a 21.
Blackjack!
21. That's a really good damage.
A
What did
21.
I roll?
20,
I rolled like a 21.
24.
Oh, I rolled a 25.
But that was with a rifle.
Sure.
yeah. 2d8.
So
Alright.
you fire
Not like
that
a magic relic gun.
You fire that shot, and the bullet that streaks out of the end of your gun, you can just you can trace the path of it through the air because it leaves this sort of glowing red trail, just very faintly, in the light of the dawn, as it arcs towards the patriarch and hits him in the chest. I'm gonna have to try and soak that.
Good luck.
Guys, we're fighting the patriarchy here.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
Favored enemy, the patriarchy.
That's a,
Aced on a 10!
a 19.
Oh my god!
All right, so
Remember,
he was
does
already
have a -1.
He was already shaken, and he does have a -1. So it's an 18. So you got a 21, which is a success with a raise, with a raise,
good.
with a raise.
He good.
So you got a success with 3 raises. He got a 19. I think or an 18. So he has soaked all of those.
Cool. Awesome.
But he has used up his last fate chip.
Good.
As you do that, the gun goes streaking towards him, and he
The
just. Sorry, yes, the bullet.
Yeah.
The gun. The bullet goes streaking towards him. I will say, since that was such an exceptional roll, he just kind of instinctively backs up from it and falls off the back part of the carriage. So he is now on the ground back here. We'll say in the front, actually, and is still shaken, still wounded. You now, James Bogue, have 1 level of fatigue.
Oh.
All right.
Magic powers make you tired.
Yeah.
Next up is the clan.
The eat 'em ups, boys.
Yep.
Well, them eat 'em ups, boys.
These guys are gonna try and run.
Good enough.
Oh, they get to add 1. Wow, that's good.
Tee
Probably slow from all that people they've eaten.
They're way down.
They're gonna run. She's gonna run to over here and go down prone.
Okay.
It's gonna go to there.
I like we've taken 2 shots, but the sound effects are like.
Yeah, well, it's a lot. Shut up.
There's pop rocks.
Oh, that's it.
One guy in the wagon just having a nice
Ghost rock
pop rock
candy.
drink.
Ghost rock candy.
Oh!
And then,
Todd. Shh.
these two actually, they're gonna go on hold.
What?
So they take up defensive positions with their guns, and you see a mix of pistols and shotguns on these folks. And they all are men, women of different ages. All of them look just deformed. And they start running into position. All right, next up, Hal Melton.
I think we should do them. Oops, don't move the whole house.
Oh, just slide the house over to them, and then we have cover real close.
Okay, they're gonna try and interrupt you
Great,
as you run.
great.
So make an agility roll.
Okie doke.
You just keep sleeping.
I will. I'm good.
You need your rest.
You're right. This is the most important.
Let them make their agility roll first,
Whoop.
actually. So you have that, but you're gonna be
Okay.
able to see what they made before.
I'm shooting from inside, and be like, don't wake rolls!
Everybody be quiet.
I'm gonna spend a piece of curse
When
manage
you fire, you just go. I'm just coughing.
One more piece.
Just a regular cough I've got.
Everything's fine.
One last piece.
Go back to sleep.
Okay,
Okay, they got a 5. So you have to beat a 5.
okay. I didn't if I kept what I got, I guess.
Right, but now you saw what they have, so you can re-roll if you
Great. I never read. No,
You
I
have any
think.
rerolls?
No, I spent mine.
Don't you have?
Do you have fate chips?
I have one fate chip left.
Holy crap!
Because I spent
Oh,
two. I
my
spent one on the
goodness.
soak and one in something
You're
else.
like me last session.
Tell you what,
Keep.
I'll be like, how? Watch out!
Oh, okay. Nice.
I get it though.
Okay.
Yeah.
You rolled a James.
You got it.
so
Re-roll?
Yeah.
Alright.
Those can be intercepted.
Nope.
Not enough.
Watch out where?
Okay,
Which direction?
so when you get
Damn it, how?
here, these two are gonna pop out from the rock here, and that one's gonna pop out there, and they're all gonna take shots at you. Now this one has a pistol, so he's gonna make his roll.
So the agility roll was to see.
Who acts first?
Oh,
Because they're
gotcha.
trying to interrupt you.
Gotcha. Okay.
Hal is just barreling at them through a hail
That's
of
a
guns.
one.
That's a 1, so that is absolutely a miss.
Then
This
he's got a cheapo.
he does not.
Oh.
These guys actually seem to have pretty nice stuff. It's like they have some
Oh
money.
yeah, they have mad science stuff.
Yeah.
So they roll the one and it explodes.
No, they don't have mad science stuff. Just Pappy does. That guy rolls a 3. That's a miss.
It's funny if you have really cheap stuff or really expensive stuff. Ones fuck you up.
Yeah. The girl there in the middle has a shotgun, so she's gonna make her roll.
Middle class.
That's with a +2.
Okay.
So that's a 5. So that is gonna hit. It's shooting, not parry.
Yeah. Right.
And that's 3d6 damage with the shotgun.
Oh man.
God damn it with your aces.
11.
Shit. And your
Wow.
fucking aces.
Oh,
17.
double ace!
Motherfucker.
18 damage.
Hey, you can reduce the severity of wounds. We still have 2 plot armors.
That's true.
That's
we
true.
do.
That's true. I should
We
probably try
do.
to soak it first though.
Sure.
So my toughness is 7.
Okay, so that is a success with 2 raises.
Oh, that's for when I get hit. Say it again.
Success with 2 raises.
Okay, so I will soak with this using it as a white,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that is a vigor roll?
It is a vigor roll to soak.
Great. That's only a 5.
What's a 7, right? Didn't you roll a 7?
Oh, was that a 7? I thought it was a 1. Oh, I guess it was a 7.
Yeah, that's a 7.
So a 7.
So that soaks
It's
1.
really a 7, everybody. We're not just like fucking with you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That soaks 1 wound.
That just soaks 1, so I'll have
So
1
you would be shaken and wounded.
shaken and wounded. Okay.
Yeah?
That sounds fine.
All right. So here is your wound token.
One of the bullets
And you are
just hits
shaken.
Hal and he just fucking ignores it.
Yeah.
And then they run back behind this rock.
Ooh.
How tall is that, right?
Actually, no, because they had already used a lot of movement, so they can try and move 1 square back, but they can't get all the way back. It's about like 7 feet high. It's like a boulder.
Be careful, don't hit that mic.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
You're waving your hands right next to
Thank you. I just like to I get up and down.
I get it.
All right. Now you can continue their action. I'm gonna keep the rest of these guys on.
Okay.
Actually, I think I have to have them all go when they're on hold.
That doesn't make any
They're gonna.
non-rules based sense.
What?
That doesn't make any sense in a non-rules like.
Yeah, but they're a big group on 1 initiative card. I'm gonna have the rest
Sure.
of them hang out where they are. Okay. Now, Hal, you can finish your action. But you've been shaken now,
Right.
so you have to. You can finish your move, but if you want to do anything else, you're gonna have to unshake.
Okay, yeah, so I will finish my move. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Now you were planning to move to here.
Yes, but I was interrupted, so how does that work?
Yes. I'll say you can shift directions.
Okay.
Clearly, that's a different target now.
Yeah,
I mean, he's like fucking barreling at them like a bull, too.
Yeah. All right. So you're gonna have to unshake if you want to do anything
right.
else here.
That's a vigor?
That is spirit.
Spirit, right? Not bad.
Guys, you're upsetting the horses.
That's gone. She's fine. She's on a mountain somewhere. Damn.
That is not enough to
Oh,
unshake.
my crap today. All right, I am still shaking.
So
then.
you run up to him, but you're still reeling from the buckshot in your side, and you are kind of like stumble running up into being face to face with these sort of like guffawing inbred yokels.
That's what shotguns feel like.
Hand in your card.
Okay.
Next up, Rosaline.
Really? It's me already?
It's you already.
Okay. So, where can I get to from here? I mean, I
tell
imagine
me.
like, what the hell is going on?
2 pace to stand up.
Okay, 1, 2. I have a pace of 6.
You can basically get up next to James. That's as far as you can move away from the
I
house.
mean, if there's a window there, I can probably see what's going on in the
You definitely can.
I can run out here. And then... Well, my range for fear is 16. That's pretty far.
Yeah, that should be able to get them, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, you can get any group of them.
I'll probably start with that. I'll just immediately... Now, how many... how long has it been since last time I cast my spells?
Oh, it's been, you haven't cast spells in a while. You're up
Okay,
to
so
full.
I'm up to full? Okay.
The only person you use some
cast
points to
heal.
heal Beauregard, but that's it.
Yeah, did
and
I,
that's back. That's come back.
It's back? Okay.
Yeah, you recover points very quickly.
I'm trying to see how many I can get.
The biggest cluster are going to be the ones around the wagon
I
there.
know, but these guys are... Okay, I'll try and get them. As many of these, including him if
Yep.
I can. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So, do I still have my fatigue?
Yes.
Okay.
Your sleep is not restful.
Yeah, I know. I know. 6, so 5
Okay.
for fear.
Do you want to keep that?
What are they? Yeah,
They have to resist that with their spirit, right? Or guts.
with their guts.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try to reroll that. Just to see if I can get something better.
Okay.
I got an 8.
9. An 8. All right, that is a success with a raise, which I think does
Right.
better for you.
Sleepy Rose. We tried to keep you asleep.
It didn't work. You shot a
Just
gun
all
right
like,
in my
oh, you
head.
don't
What's
need to wake
going
up for
on?
this. Here. Rose, go back to sleep.
All right, so
big guns.
what happens with fear on a raise?
Ooh! On a raise, I believe that they panic. Or no, they panic anyway, don't they?
If they fail. Does anything happen with sleep on a raise? I mean, fear?
Sorry, trying to find all my things.
I think they have a minus
Negative,
2 to
minus
their
2
resist.
penalty to their guts roll if the caster got a raise.
Okay. So,
Horrifying.
It's horrible.
this is Pappy's guts
Scariest
roll.
Joker I've ever thrown.
His name is actually Abel. Yeah, so your cards spring to your hand, and from the one card that is facing their direction, the rest are facing you, the Joker springs out and leaps into the air and hovers above them, just rushing towards them through the dawn air and cackling all the while, and they freak out. Or do they? Ooh, that's a
Snake eye!
crit fail on Pappy there.
Joe!
I'm gonna have to re-roll that for
Yahoo!
I mean, yeah.
Crit fail
Yeah,
again!
all right.
A lot of
Crit
waste
fail
on
again!
that.
That's not a crit
That's a
fail!
5. And this is for the rest of the family. It's an ace on the d6. 7. They all fail. So
We win!
He is a wild card. So these guys are panicked. So on their next action, they are just going to run away.
So wild cards roll on the fear table.
Yes, he does.
Way to just like end the combat.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? Oh, fear!
Well, 6 of them were clustered together.
He rolled a 2.
Did roll
That's
a 2.
not
I'm
good.
sleepy.
I don't know if that's good.
No, it's
Heart
it's
attack,
not.
heart attack.
No,
Adrenaline surge.
It's adrenaline surge.
Oh.
That's bad.
His fight, he sees that and he sees
damn it.
his kin running away and he's struggling to get himself off the ground. He says, "Nobody done does that to my family."
Another thought was.
And he gets back up and you can just see his blood is up.
Yeah.
All right, he's gonna get a +2. He basically draws a Joker on his next turn.
Goody.
But those guys are running, so that's good.
Well, that's
Yeah,
a
we
start.
still dealt with a large portion of the people.
Spent your points.
Indeed, I did.
All right,
Dankeschön.
hand in your card.
That's
Gabriel Pryor.
well, you know, it's just gonna like.
I know guns.
This was harder to pop out than I expected.
Who are you firing at?
There you go.
Pappy.
Pappy is on the ground, so you're gonna be at a -1 to fire against him.
Harder to shoot him on the ground.
From a distance, yes. I believe that's.
That makes sense. People are prone, it's hard to hit 'em.
Medium cover, actually. So -2 to shoot him from here.
All right, I'm not calling a shot this time. I'm
Okay.
just shooting.
So just a -2 then.
So. Ow!
All right. So make your roll.
All right. So that is.
And he's still shaking too. I'm gonna put that out there on him. Sorry, I'm gonna do that.
Where did my wild die go?
Disappeared.
Could be anywhere.
It's wild.
Is it gone?
What would Gus?
Oh yes, this is it. All right.
It's a gusset die.
So I will shoot at him. Bam! That was not good.
2 and a 1. That's bad.
However,
Roll better.
I'm gonna try reroll with a cursed spamlish gold.
Okay. Not how you say it, but I know what you meant.
You aced it!
There's an ace.
Hell
Hey!
yes. That's an ace. 6, 7, 8, 9.
-2 is a 7.
Still
Yeah,
enough.
so that's a 7.
So that is a hit, but not with a raise. So roll damage?
Yeah, I think that'll do for now.
Okay.
Just
2d8's pretty good, yeah.
2d8 is pretty good.
2d8 damage.
Kinda like, I don't want to blow any more resources on this particular shot.
Sure.
To get an extra d6. All right, 2d8. That is only 5. That's
5.
a bummer.
That's yucky.
I mean,
You shoot him, and you see as he's starting to struggle up that your shot has gone low, and it looks like it shoots him through the shoe. You can't tell if it went through his foot or not, but you can tell he barely reacts.
good. I mean, not good.
Y'all gonna need to do better than that. Hooey! All right, hand in your card. It's Pappy's turn. He's gonna try and unshake.
Pappy O'Daniels, flower.
His name is Abel, actually. I keep saying this. He ate.
No, it's Pappy.
Yeah, he is.
All right, he unshakes.
Great.
He's gonna take 2 movement to stand up here. And he is going to level his Gatling shotgun at Rose and Bogue. So he's gonna make a shooting roll.
Don't get shot, don't get shot, don't get shot.
Now, don't worry, his shooting roll is at a -2
Oh.
because it's an automatic fire weapon, but shotguns get a +2, so it's just a nothing.
And he's
So-
also wounded.
What
He
was
is
the
wounded.
point?
Is
And
that
he
a
was shaken,
-1?
right?
He
Not
unshook.
shake? Okay.
He aced that.
That's an ace on the D8.
Fucker!
But a 9.
Only us.
But
yeah.
a 9 is enough to get a raise.
With the minus.
So that was 1 shot.
But he still has wounds and other stuff, right?
Yeah,
That's
but
still
it's
an 8.
Still an 8. So that was
9
evened
minus
out.
1. Yeah.
that was 1 shot on. Let's see, your evens, your odds. That was on James Bogue. The other one's going to be on Rosalie. That's an ace on the D8 and a 9. -1 is an 8, so that's another raise. So this is 2 raises against you guys. Can I borrow a D6 from
you go.
someone?
No, don't give him one.
Thank you.
I've been rolling really crappy, so it's fine.
So this is against James.
If he can't find a d6, then he
5,
doesn't get to
7,
do it.
10, 12 damage. Oh, adrenaline surge.
+2.
14 damage.
Okay.
Yep. Damn.
My toughness is a 5.
Okay, so that's a success with a raise with a raise. So success with 2 raises.
Yep.
Would you like to soak?
Yes, I would.
So this gun just starts to whir up, and you see the chambers of the shotgun start to rotate around, and you just hear, and buckshot just fills the air in front of you as it comes arcing towards you.
Ooh, buddy.
5.
Okay, so that would soak 1.
So
Success with 2 raises.
So
You could soak one and use a plot armor for the other.
Or you could re-roll it with Cursed Spanish Gold.
Yeah.
Thank you. There's an ace, double ace.
Double ace. That's enough to get both, isn't it?
Yeah, you got a 9 there, so you soak both of them.
There you go.
So you just instinctively kind of just duck down,
yeah, I hear it go off, and I'm like, oh shit.
and the shot just barely goes over your back. Rosaline, I'm gonna roll damage for you now.
Oh god.
All ones. They're all ones.
Well,
Well, one of them. That's actually pretty good. That's 9 damage. 11 damage.
Man, I have a parry of 8, Anyway.
What's your toughness?
That's a pretty.
My toughness is 6, yeah.
6? Alright, so that's a success with a
Pretty good
raise.
parry.
So you'd be shaken and wounded.
Yep. Okay. I will try and soak it.
Okay,
I use vigor, right?
you do. 4, but -1 with your fatigue, so not enough.
Ugh.
For
Right,
Spanish
yeah,
gold,
Come on, you better than that.
Same thing.
same thing.
Damn it!
Okay.
Come on! No! I'm always gonna get the goddamn force.
You want to try your last piece of cursed Spanish gold there?
No.
Oh my god.
The marshal has like 1,000.
6.
There, I aced it!
Yes. Okay,
7.
7.
Minus
So I
1.
got a 6.
That is a success. So that it was a success with the raise that he got. So you soak.
So I see.
You were not
back
shaken
and I
or
go,
wounded. You both kind of just split to the side.
I'd probably like grab
Hold
you
it
and
down,
just
Shove her.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe she grabbed you and shut you down.
And then he
but I
is
went
going
first.
to pop back behind the wagon as well.
Sorry.
All right. That was his card, which I already picked up here. All right, great. So, James Boak. 2 of clubs. Not a red 2, so I'll send it back. How about 7 of clubs? That's the lowest card that you can keep. Hal Melton, 5 of clubs. Rosaline, 3 of hearts.
Give me something high. I need something high.
Ace of diamonds?
Yes.
You just gotta ask.
Is that all I need to do?
For the clan, a 10 of clubs. For Abel, an 8 of spades.
Come
And
on.
for the lovers, an ace of
What?
clubs.
They don't need that. Tradesies.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all right.
Diamonds before clubs. So you're up first, Gabriel Pryor.
All right. I there's no one who's like super clear to take a shot at. For me.
The guy standing next to Howell. You have a direct line to that guy.
I don't think I feel super confident about that because he's so close to Hal and I'm not the best. I mean, I'm a good enough
He's
shot.
standing to the side of Howell. You actually have a pretty clear line to him.
Well, what I think would be a better use of my time is
Yeah.
running out and trying to do some cast.
Sure.
So Gabe just kind of like, damn it, and gets and runs out over to. I want to run out over to Bogue and Rose, and I want to grab Bogue by the shoulder and cast Godspeed.
Okay. Spend your points and make your roll.
Okay, so that is 4 points, which puts me at 6. And my roll, still with -2.
Correct. That is not enough.
4 with the -2. I'm gonna reroll the cursed Spanish gold.
Okay. Thank you.
It's the same thing.
Not enough.
Wow.
So I am going to add a d6.
Oh, blue. Okay. Spinning a white is
isn't that as
blue.
blue?
Fate's
No,
favorite.
white as a blue. So that's 3,
5.
4, 5.
Okay.
So that's a 7.
7. Not enough to get a raise, but enough to get a success.
But I want the raise. I want to try for the raise.
Okay.
So I'm gonna reroll.
Now, okay, so here's the way this works. This reroll is not with a fate chip, so you're not going to get the +2 for this.
What?
I know. I forgot about that earlier when you re-rolled with Cursed Spanish Gold, but the way we had ruled it before was you
I
get...
thought I still got the.
No, you get Elon
+2.
when you re-roll with a fate chip. But then if you re-roll that re-roll with Cursed Spanish Gold, that +2 goes away.
That makes sense.
I don't think that makes sense.
That's the way we've ruled it before.
No, we haven't. We just made it so we couldn't. I couldn't like double up Elon if I added a d6 after re-rolling.
I'm almost positive we've come up against this situation before, and that's the way that I've ruled it.
I don't think so. I don't think
Well,
so.
that's what it is.
I'm
now.
gonna rule it that way
I'm not
now.
gonna re-roll it then. It's not.
Okay.
It's not worth it.
All right. So
give me
here's
that
that's back for you. All right. So that familiar burst of just some sort of pure energy rushes through you, James. So you now get to take 2 actions for 3 rounds.
Yes.
3 rounds. All right. Hand in your card, Gabe. Or do you want to like drop prone or do anything like that?
I want to.
I highly recommend tactics in this fight.
Do I still have enough move left to make it behind those?
That was like 3 to get there. 4 or 5. Yeah, you can get behind the woodshed.
So
There
I
or
want to
there?
do that. Like grab him by the shoulder, do that, and then run by. Can I pull Rose with me?
That would be a separate action. So that would do a
Attach
penalty,
with a button.
a retroactive penalty to your roll.
All right. Well, I'll just try and
I feel like
you
I
know
win this.
Just tell her.
Yeah.
Come!
All right, hand in your card.
Okay.
No one's in here to hear this anymore, but there's just loud shouting coming from in here. We have to. No, we can't. That's all that's happening in there. All right.
Gotta make breakfast. No.
Next up is the clan, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Howl Melton.
Yeah.
Shaken Howl Melton.
Yeah.
These guys are gonna take a step back from you,
No.
and they are gonna fire shots at you. So we'll do the shotgun one first.
Good. Get this one out of the way.
6. So that is going to be a hit. Not with a raise. And that's 6 damage.
Nah, I'm tougher than that.
Yeah, you are. All right. So that she kind of stumbles a bit and aims a bit high, and the buckshot sort of goes past your shoulder, but you just get grazed with it. This other one's gonna shoot you. That's an ace on the d6.
Son of a.
That's another ace.
Son of a.
Okay, that's a hit with a raise.
16.
But again, not terrible. 7
No,
My
it's
toughness
terrible.
is 7.
is 7. So you're already shaken, so that would be a wound.
Okay.
And you don't have anything to soak it with
I
you.
got nothing.
Do you want to use plot armor?
Oh yeah, you could just.
I only have.
You already have one wound, so I would use a plot armor.
All right.
We got 2. Do it.
Wait. I almost did it.
I'll do it. Thank you.
Using the plot
For
armor.
the plot armor. Mysterious stranger.
To get rid of that wound. All right, you're still shaken.
Still waking up.
This one's,
dropped it.
and then they're going to run back behind this rock. This one is going to peek out from over here and take a shot at James Boak. It's an ace on the d6. 7. So that's a hit, not with a raise.
Because ace power's back.
5 damage, though.
My toughness is 5.
You would be shaken. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Shot goes a little wide, but you weren't expecting it to come from that angle, so you duck down and get ready, but now you're wondering where they're shooting from, and he also ducks back behind the rock. This one is going to stand up here. Let's see. She's gonna run up to right here, and she's gonna fire a shotgun blast at Rosaline. That's a 3. That is not enough to hit. And then she's gonna move to right there behind the wick pile. These guys are all running away, so they have run off this round. So that happens for 1 round. They run off, and then they're done being panicked. These guys are just gonna run up behind the wood pile here.
Yes, keep coming closer to me.
Well, they're running us.
Yeah, you can't ace on that. All right, and that is it for the clan. Is Abel up next? Looks that way. All right,
You mean Pappy?
Pappy. No, his name's Abel.
Happy April.
We would have heard it by now if his name was Abel.
Right.
It's Pappy. Yeah.
You guys here now? You didn't even have to get involved in this. You just sent my little one out. You know what? I think I'm just gonna kill you for the fun of it. And you hear the of his gun spinning up, and he comes out from behind the
To
wagon.
reload or anything?
No, it's got 12 shots in it.
What?
And he's
I want that
going
gun.
to fire at.
That's what you get a called shot at. You gotta take his fucking hand off.
Let's see.
Yeah. He'll take his head
I
off.
think he's gonna do Howlin' Rose.
We've both hit him with called shots, and he's just shaking it off.
Through the heart, through the head.
He's
Yeah.
wounded.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Do people who are that far divided?
Yeah, it's basically like he's just kind of like moving it through. So first shot at Howl. That is a 4. That is a success.
Wrong. I have dodge.
Oh, you do have dodge, so it's not a success. Great dramatic way to pull that out, by the way. You really got me. Next shot.
You did wait on that.
Next shot at Rose.
Oh,
That's a
no!
double
I
ace.
also have dodge though, and it
You do. That is. Oh no, that is a 12.
You were hoping so hard that you could be like, wrong, I have dodge.
That's a success with the
Ultra
raise, I
dodge.
think.
yeah, damn it.
All right.
Only one more.
Improved evasion.
7,
my God.
10, 12. 12 damage.
That's not that bad.
Nice.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll soak it. What is that?
12 damage. What's your toughness?
My toughness is a 6, I believe.
That's a success with a raise.
It's a 5, actually.
Still a success with a race.
I will.
You're gonna
try
soak
and
it?
Soak it.
All right.
yes.
Soak it with the blue.
4. I got
4 will do it. You soak it. All right. So he goes out to do that, but the telltale sign of his gun whirring up is now clue enough, even though you're already disoriented, to kind of duck out of the way and press yourself flat against that rock as the shot goes sailing past. And he continues with the arc of his gun, just the barrel spinning, firing like metallic death across the yard. But Rose, you're used to this as well, and you sort of start to dodge over to the side towards Gabriel behind the woodshed, just missing the shot that comes your way. Damn it, you folks are fast! He ducks back behind there. All right, next up is James Pogue. Unshake Pogue.
Unshake boat. Unshake boat. Unshake boat.
This is spirit?
Yep.
Spirate.
Roll that spirit.
Ba, 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 ba.
You an 8 spirit.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
That's an 8.
Yeah, you got it.
No.
You got it. You're unshaken.
I'm gonna run next to Gabriel.
Do you want a gun and then run?
Bible man.
Because you got, you could step out to there to get a shot at her and then run back.
And then
Yeah.
also gun again.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Double
you got
action.
double actions.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
So you're gonna step out and take. She's got the shotgun right there.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a shot at her.
Okay. Life drinker.
Yes.
Okay.
To you, everything just feels like it's going a little slower.
Not quite. That's what happens when he doubles up with grease lightning and quickness.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So again, as you pull life drinker, there's that offer of your energy for power, and you get the feeling. You can feel, even though you're a little bit drained, you can feel like this sort of thrumming as life drinker asks for maybe even a little bit more.
No.
All right, take your shot.
Bad life.
Yeah.
Bad.
It's a 7.
And you are moving.
So
just a 7.
So just a 7.
All right, that's a hit.
-1 fatigue.
Ooh,
Oh,
fatigue.
6, still a hit.
Jordan, I have a question.
Yes.
Are we gonna be going long?
Shut up.
5.
5 damage.
Yeah.
It's 2d6 plus 1 with life drinker.
Oh, 6.
So 6. She's shaking.
And then I can take another shot and then move.
Yeah.
Then I will take another shot at her.
At her?
Yeah.
All right. Always, the offer is there when you take a shot with life drinker. A little bit of energy, maybe even a lot.
You could have killed her that time.
Yeah. No, it doesn't talk. That's
That
a
was
different
Hal.
game.
That was
yeah.
Hal.
I
You
know.
could have killed her that time.
Always, you can feel like a dam building up, the flow of your life energy just sort of flowing towards your hand and then just waiting for your say-so to be released into the gun.
Wizard done it.
No, I say to that.
Magic missile.
Lightning bolt.
So 4.
4 is a hit. Roll damage.
Ace.
Yeah!
Ace.
Yes!
You drinking some life
16
tonight?
on that one. 19.
So 16, yeah, 19.
The first shot sends her reeling. The second shot puts her down.
Yes.
Get that girl out here. She got a meal.
Get out of here.
And the shotgun goes spinning off into the grass. Or dust, actually.
And then I
Drink
run.
that sweet, sweet life.
I run next to Gabriel.
Hand in your card.
Nice maintenance kit. Or the elixir of souls.
All right.
Oh, I forgot you.
Howell, you're up.
I got to unshake.
You got to unshake.
I got to unshake.
Spirit.
Get it.
I did it.
You did it.
All right.
belongs, right?
1, 2, 3,
Good up
4,
the
5, 6.
Uh-oh.
Really?
Hal's just like gonna run
Well,
in
the
and-
rest of the clan are not there right now. It's
know.
just Abel.
But they'll be back in the next round.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run up to this guy and then reach down for my claw.
Which is
Pull it out.
slung on your belt, so you just kind of shove your hand into it and pull it up.
Howdy, Pappy.
It feels kind of Iron Man.
Time to die. Yeah, a little bit.
My name's Abel,
Oh, sorry.
All right, I don't know if you said that out loud, but
and you're the one's gonna be dying. And he brings the shotgun down at you.
all right.
You be like, call me Kane. Get it?
Did you read that book?
Because
I hope you read that book, because otherwise
Bibble.
you're not going to get that
Bibble.
reference.
So are you taking one punch or
This will
two?
be two. It'll always be
All
two,
right.
yeah.
It'll always be two.
Why wouldn't I take a
Yeah.
second?
There's no downside.
Yeah.
8.
8.
8 is hopefully enough to hit
8
his
is
parry.
enough,
Great.
are you still shaking?
No,
but not with a raise. Oh yeah, he should. So roll damage.
And damage is strength and a d8. So that is 7.
7 damage. You shake him. Your claw comes streaking up towards his face and just nicks the side of his cheek as he kind of leans back from it. And then your other fist comes around from the side, rocketing towards him with Milton propulsion tech.
You say Melton propulsion? Ooh, that is not as good.
That is
One
a,
on your.
that's a miss, and this one's at a -2 because this is your offhand attack.
That is true. So that is a 1.
That's bad.
That's real bad. Yeah, I guess no for that one.
Oh, you have no way to reroll.
I've got no
You're out of
resources left.
rerolls. All right, yeah, and then your second one just whiffs. He's ready for you this time, and he kind of brings the shotgun up in between the two of you to just throw your fist back. You're a tough one, ain't you? All right, add in your
Pappy.
card.
Come on, Pappy.
Abel, I done told you. Rosaline Byrne.
It's me, buddy!
Last but not least.
Okay.
Oh no, it's right here.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That guy is way too far away. Hold on. Let's see, so if
Or
my,
does he?
if my range is smarts, does that just mean it's like
Your smarts.
so six? If my smarts is 6, then the range is 6.
Your smarts is an 8, isn't it?
Oh
Or
yeah,
a
but
10.
either way, but it's
Yeah,
still
it is what your smarts is.
Theoretically, if it was a 6, yes, it is not.
It's not as a-
Guys, stop surprising me with stuff like, it's a 6, but it's not, it's a 10. Also, I have dodge.
This is.
That's Abel.
Oh,
Yeah, you're gonna get Howl.
AKA Pappy.
No. That's not no. I'm just if I move as far as I need to, I'm kind of like hello, shoot at me.
Yep.
So if I go 1, 2, 3, if I'm here.
I can't recommend against that strongly enough in this fight.
10! God damn it! God damn it!
If you wanted to kill Howl, it'd be great.
I know. If I
But
was
you
going
don't want
after
to do
Hal.
that. There's nobody else laughing at that.
God
I mean,
damn
there's
it.
those two behind the wood pile there.
It's just
Yeah.
a
Join
natural
us!
sacrifice.
Yeah, you're right.
If you start running out, Gabe is
Let's
gonna yell.
Oh,
Nice.
thank you,
Thank you
Lance.
so much.
Holy shit!
Thank you so much.
Or LAX night.
Or
Yeah,
LAX
imagine just a
night.
knight in full armor sitting at LAX
if
watching
you
us
start
play.
running out in that direction, Gabe is going
so
to run
good.
out after you.
Why was my
I
plan?
have a couple. I have like 3 different things I can do.
Well,
here.
pick one of
I
them.
don't know what to do. I really want to puppet him.
That would be cool.
Yeah, because I feel like I
puppet
could
me.
stop.
Yeah, oh, yeah, puppet
Howl. Kill yourself, Howl. Is that what?
What's
Wow, it's
happening?
straight there.
Wow, guys!
I'm
All right,
kidding.
it was a joke at the first time.
It's the joke.
If
Yeah,
she
it was
puppeted
a
Hal,
joke.
would she immediately get to him to do something? Because then it could be like double Howl.
What? Oh, mystery box.
Go ahead, keep deciding what you're gonna do. I'm just gonna draw from the mystery box because that's what we've unlocked.
If 3 of us try to kill Hal,
Mystery box.
Take me off a piece of that mystery
Football
box.
creams. God damn it, I don't know what to do. There are like 5 things.
can
Okay,
you move
I'm gonna,
52 card, pick up those 2,
Yes,
and
I
then move
can.
back?
Yeah, I probably could because I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I can move back to here because I have a pace of 6. I can do that.
I imagine that being just like Rose just like pops out around the corner, just like, and then just like rolls back.
Guess what? Woo!
Yeah.
Fuck you!
That would be safer to puppet next time. I'll try. I'll do that. So if I go
Visualize it.
right
Run
here,
up.
Herbie hanging
54 card pickup.
Just throwing the cards up
Make your
and floating
roll.
and then
Spend your
going
points,
down
but
to
wait.
the wood pile.
Hold on, everybody. Focus up.
Uh-oh.
You're gonna spend your points, right? You're not gonna deal?
No, I'm gonna spend points.
Uh-oh.
You get a -4 on this roll.
No!
Because you are the next player to go in a combat.
How timely.
Mystery
God damn,
box,
that's a
give
minus
it and
5
take
for
it
me.
away.
Is that one of
You
yours?
can do it.
What's up?
Was that one of
This
yours?
one was one of my original ones,
got it.
but I am trying to put the ones that we have drawn already this season into the bottom, so
I'll give you a D6.
that one is less likely to come up now.
Worth it.
Thank you very much, chat. That went in my favor.
I got a 6.
All right.
-5, which is a 1.
Gabe offers help.
I get it.
That is the worst flip that has ever happened.
That was real bad.
It wasn't that bad.
All right, what are you doing with it? Are you adding a D6?
I'm sorry, yes, I'm adding a d6.
Okay.
I got 4, which is enough, because that makes
10
it a
minus 5. Yes, that is
Yeah.
a 5. All right, so your cards spring to your hand and fly outward
Yes.
in a whirling maelstrom of death. So they just have to make an agility roll.
I do believe so.
Provided emotional support, but I'm kind of useless without fade chips, and I just got one left, so.
They rolled a 5.
Which means
They jump out of the way.
No!
God damn it.
So I went 1, 2, 3. I think I can come back to here.
Yep. Quick battle toast, everybody. Raise your glass.
okay.
Lax Knight. Lax Knight. Kill the Pappy. Kill the Pappy. Set him up and knock him down. Thank you, Lax Knight.
Kill the Pappy.
All right, Rosaline. Are you gonna go prone?
Oh, yes.
All right, now, just so you know, that'll help from range, but these two behind the wood pile, it's gonna make you easier
Oh, no,
to
no,
shoot.
no. Wait, to shoot?
Yeah. They can shoot you from right next to you when you're prone. A lot better.
Hold on. Can I? So, question.
Yeah.
Can they shoot me from? If they're right here, are they technically next to me? If they're right here?
Where you are now?
No. If I was here.
Yes.
I'm gonna stay right there then.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay standing.
All right. Hand in your card. No jokers have yet been
counter check or
drawn,
whatever? What is
but
it?
there are 4.
First strike, right.
James Boak,
Also, I.
Queen of Hearts. Can I interest you?
Keep something in.
Hal Melton, 9 of Diamonds. Rosaline
Give me
Byrne,
something good.
6 of Clubs.
I could go for a high one.
Gabe, Jack of Clubs. You got it. Your wish is my
Alright.
command.
We need that
Damn it, I should
Joker
be
so
asking.
bad.
The clan gets a 4 of Clubs.
Oh!
Abel done got a Joker. And
How's
the
my
lovers
die?
get a Jack of
gonna
Spades.
They have gotten high
Yeah,
every
they-
single time.
Yeah, I have.
Die.
You've.
They don't do anything with it.
They're doing
got,
stuff.
Are they?
I don't know what.
Are they?
Hair is like.
All right. So,
I don't know where.
Pappy is shaken. I'm gonna start calling him Pappy now too. That's his new name, canon. He's shaken.
Oh, you mean Abel?
He's gonna wait.
It's gone.
Who's up first?
JB? Oh no. Oh yeah, JB.
Anybody?
Them, right? Oh no, no.
Well,
You
I
are.
guess it's me.
Yeah. Queen.
It me.
What you doing, Bogue?
I'm
Shoot Gabriel in the face.
I'm reloading. Speedload.
Okay.
My wild die is a D8 now. I just noticed I had it sitting here.
Incorrect.
No, that is correct.
Okay. I'm reloading and then I'm going to move around.
This way?
Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 4 to get there.
Whoa, Lex
That's nice. Thank you very much for the tip.
thank you.
He wants to kill us. Or help us, I'm not sure. One or the other.
Well, if my calculations are correct, that's another draw from the mystery box. So you go ahead and keep finishing up with what it is you're doing there. I'm gonna draw from in
Okay.
here.
And then I'm going to shoot them.
You're gonna shoot that guy
Yeah.
or both of them.
Well, that guy.
Okay.
Yep.
Take your shot.
It's a 5.
No.
What's his face? What's his face? What's his
What
face?
is
He's
this?
very
What is
sour.
this?
He's very
No.
sour. Is it sour for us or sour for him?
Next time Bogue shoots, he takes 2 wounds.
Guys, you have the Hussman to thank for this one.
Oh.
Wake
maybe-
snakes. Mischievous Manitou have temporarily halved power points, unloaded weapons, and reduced melee damage by 1 die type.
What? That's too many things!
For everybody?
So, no, it's not too many things. It's one unfortunate thing for everybody. And that's for you guys, everybody.
Not them?
Not them.
We're going to die!
Wait,
So-
one of those things?
What's up?
We get to choose one?
Shh. No, you get a reduced melee damage
Oh,
by
what
1
the-
type. Your weapon gets unloaded. you guys get your PowerPoints housed.
I just loaded my weapon.
You did!
I just fell out the other end.
Yeah.
PowerPoint?
Your current PowerPoints. From the Hussman.
Hey,
What are you doing?
hey, Oboe Cop? Yeah, I know who you are.
Lax Knight, everyone raise a bottle. Lax Knight would like us to toast for redemption, but it probably didn't work out the way that they meant it to. So, for redemption! Set him up and knock him down. Oh, that's bad luck from the mystery box, y'all.
Ooh, man.
So, James, you go up to make that shot. But in your rush to speed load, you forgot to fully close the cylinder on your gun. You're still getting used to Life Drinker, and you pull the gun up, and every bullet just falls out of the chamber.
Well, I need this.
Hope nobody saw that happen.
This isn't Mander.
And,
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
go back behind the wood.
yeah. Back there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Hand in your card.
Wow.
Oh my.
All right. Next up is the lovers, I think.
Still arguing.
Don't do it! I have to! He comes running out of the house
With his own Gatling gun.
with his knife and
good.
runs up behind the shed and says, I'm here with you. I'm gonna make a run for that shotgun that just got kicked out on the ground.
Sorry, but it's not good.
We're not gonna argue with him,
Yeah.
probably.
All right, but he can't do it this turn.
Go for it.
All right, next up is Gabriel Pryor.
Gaby P?
Kill them all.
All right, I couldn't, like, pop over this,
It's too
wood
tall.
thing. Okay, in that case, I'm going to, kind of duck around the wood shed and kind of, like, try and step out and shoot at
And
one
fire
of
at this
the people.
guy?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4 is what you would need to do to get a shot at him.
If I go, like, here instead, could that be 3, or?
1, 2, 3. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work.
So I can still shoot him from there, right? Okay, because I'd like to be able to get back.
Emperor Riptide, thank you very much for the
Thank you,
tip.
Emperor Riptide.
Thank you.
So Gabe kind of pops out around it and just, like, takes a shot at
Okay.
that guy.
All right, make your attack roll.
Yes!
Ooh, yeah.
Ace
Ooh,
on
yeah.
the 6, so
8.
that's an 8.
Success with a raise.
Hell yes.
That's 2d8 plus a d6.
2d8 plus d6. So that is
11.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
That is enough to take this guy down.
And
Yeah!
No, I did. Because I speed loaded and then tried
And
to
then you're
shoot.
running back behind
And
the
then I
wood
want to
pile.
run back. How many shots does this rifle have in it?
15.
Ooh, that's a good one.
15.
That's a Winchester.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I was like, do I need to reload? I've
Not
shot
yet.
3 times.
No, you're good. Real quick, battle toast, raise a glass, Emperor Riptide. To movie night. Had a blast, you guys. to movie night. Had a blast, you guys. Set him up, knock him down. Thank you very much, Emperor Riptide.
There's nothing in this.
You just took one down. Nice job. Hand in your card.
And then I go back. Yes. Sweet.
All right. Next up,
As I'm coughing up all this blood.
Hal Melton.
Oh, it's really me? Okay.
It's really you.
Well, punch him in the face.
He's gonna interrupt
Yeah, I
you.
know.
All right. He's got to unshake. So
I bet he can't do it.
I bet he can.
Needs a 1, needs a 1.
Because he gets a
needs
plus
one. Come on,
2.
Snake Eyes, baby. What's that?
That's Snake Eyes.
I did it! I called it!
Can't.
Can't do it.
Can't.
He can
Unless
fate
he's
chip, though.
chip.
I can use a fate chip.
Yeah, you
So
said that
cool, I
fake
called
shit.
it.
I know
You can't if I call
you
it.
did call it. Yeah, you called it. That's pretty unlikely with the Joker, and then you. Oh, you found it?
There.
Oh, nice. Do I keep hitting that mic? I'm sorry,
get over
everybody.
there?
You know what? You earned that, I think.
All right.
It's a damned waste of a Joker, but this guy is just he's.
Sorry, I kicked it. I went out.
Oh, you know what? Actually, his gun's out of shots now at this point as well.
Hooray!
So I'm gonna say this.
Okay.
He is going to unshake.
And then his gun explodes.
Wait, how is he unshaken? You can just.
No, he didn't. He failed. All right, screw it. I failed. All right.
So he can't do
He
anything?
can't do anything.
Wow, negated the Joker.
Wow. Okay, cool. Great. Good. Okay, great. Let's punch
Hal
him
Melton,
into
What did he fail on?
oblivion.
his unshake
He
roll.
crit failed his
He crit failed it.
yeah.
Dope.
Oh,
Dope.
wait.
Sweet,
Yeah, this
sweet.
is right. I want to punch him with my
Hot
claw.
fire.
That's fine. I'll take that.
9. Yeah, that is a success.
Just a success?
Just a success.
Yeah, it's a tough happy. Wait, does a shaken give him anything?
Ah, but he doesn't have a melee weapon.
that's
so you
true.
get to add 2 to it, which is success with a race.
Great. So that is this, and a d6.
Yep.
So that is
Bad
8.
roll.
Wow.
8 damage. He's already shaken, so you wound him.
But it's a deadly blow.
Oh, are you double?
I'm doubling all damage rolled.
Double the successful melee attack damage. Okay, so that would be 16.
What was the thing that the mystery box did?
Oh, it reduced your damage by 1 die type from melee.
So.
Okay.
That
So
would have. I should have not have rolled with this.
The D10?
Essentially. For
Empire 54. Thank you very much for that.
Empire 54.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
You would have rolled a D8 instead.
Right.
A 2 is still a really low roll on a D10.
Would it have lowered all of my damage die by a die type? Because I rolled 2 for damage.
No, your melee damage type, I'm gonna say, is just your strength
Okay, gotcha.
damage roll.
Okay.
So
Subtract 2 from that then?
no, I'm saying 2 is already really low. If I let you re-roll on a D8, you've actually got a much higher chance of getting higher than that.
Well, I'm just saying just subtract 2 altogether. And then half it, and then double it.
Why don't you just do it next damage roll?
Because he might be dead.
No, I think I'm just gonna keep it like that. It's already a pretty low roll. Just
Okay.
remember next time to do a D8. So you're doubling it to a
Gotcha.
16. 16! He's already shaken. He has 1 wound. So that is a success with a raise. Success with 2 raises. Yep. You get him in the gut. Just a good old bear claw right in the gut. He goes over and you see blood just kind of gush out around the claw, but he's still standing, he's still looking at you. He says, "Now it ain't ending like that."
Doesn't he get a second attack?
Yeah, so
Yeah, he does.
while my claw's stuck in there, I'm gonna.
And you end it like that.
That's right. It's ending like this.
Please kill him right now. That would be so cool.
That's an ace.
Ace!
So 10
Success
minus
with a
2.
raise. Minus 2.
Because it's the second attack.
Oh, okay. 8. Just
Okay.
a success.
Just a success. So this is lowered by a die type.
Yeah, so lower your strength damage by 1 die type for this.
Okay, so that would be a D10 turns into a D8, and I need a D4. And it was not with a raise, right?
Correct.
So that is 6 plus 2.
6 plus 2. Which is enough for another wound.
Oh, that's so cool. You just hit him and he's like,
It ain't gonna end like this! So how does it end, Hal Melton?
So I get him with my first one, and then he says,
It ain't ended like this!
and then I get close to his face and I say, "Eat me," and punch him with the other thing.
And your fist just comes rocketing out, and with you holding him firmly in place by the abdomen with your claw, that's all of the strength you need to just rock his skull around until it goes too far around his neck. And Abel collapses to the ground.
Good night, Pappy.
And because chat, the mysterious strangers in chat, unlocked gear up, his shotgun goes rolling out of his hand and onto the dirt. Up for anyone to grab.
It's me. I'm
Hand in your card.
It's mine. Also this card.
Yep. All right. Next up, Rosaline.
Oh, finally me!
Then I see all his angry cousins coming
Well,
back.
then
Oh, hello.
things have changed.
Well, at least you got a shotgun now. You gotta reload it. But
They got Pappy. They can't take Pappy down. Get him.
Damn.
happy day.
Combat toast. Raise your glasses. Empire 54. This one will be good. Everyone else eyes the marshal. This one will be good. Everyone else eyes the marshal. Set him up, knock him down. We've unlocked a third mystery box drop. All right. So Rosaline, what are you doing?
Oh man, I think I'm just gonna.
Those guys all came back?
They will this round.
They will this round?
I believe so.
They will come back this round. But they'll spend their round coming back, basically.
Then they'll come back to see just like blood-covered, enraged Howl,
Yeah.
who just punched their patriarch's head that like turned in a 180 degree.
I want to run over there and stab this
Double stab.
person. Yep.
All right.
So I'll just.
Step in, double stab. Marianne Scarlet, full force.
Yes. So that. So the first one's basically not a dead negative, other than my fatigue, right?
Yes.
So 5,
That hits.
and then
Roll damage.
I roll damage first.
It's an ace on the d4.
Yeah.
On a D4.
6.
10, 11.
11. You cut his throat.
Oh, well, I don't even need to attack.
No, you do not.
You're so ready to go for the second one. You're just like, ha!
Right?
Oh.
And you stab out where he should be, but he's already dropped to the ground, clasping his throat as his life bleeds out in front of him.
Oh, you're just a normal person.
Then I want to. So I just stepped 1, basically. 2, 3, 4.
Yes.
I'll. Man. Yeah, I'll come right here, actually, so I kind of have cover. I mean, I don't have cover, but I
No,
just
you don't have cover at all.
I just. I'm not gonna get cover at this point. It's
Okay.
fine.
All right. You could go. You could drop prone.
Sure, I'll drop prone. There's nobody close enough
Yeah.
for me.
All right. Hand in your card. All right. Is that all the cards?
Yes.
I gotta do a quick shuffle because the Joker was drawn.
Shuffle!
So everybody, think about what you're going to do this turn. The rest of the clan is going to come running back, but it's going to take their turn to get back to the wagon.
We forgot that card.
It's going to take their turn to get back to the wagon. So, you've got just those 3 to deal with right now,
Unless they go first.
unless they go first. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Here we go. James Boak. 5? No? Can I interest you in an 8 of clubs? You have to take it. Howl, a queen of diamonds. Rosaline, 3 of hearts. I'm really sorry.
Can I have a high card?
Nerdalopedia, thank you very much for the raid.
Thank you for the raid.
7 of spades.
You didn't ask
Raid.
me.
For the
I
clan,
know, I should have asked.
8 of hearts. And for the lovers, a 4 of spades.
All right, everybody's kind of low this time.
Yeah.
Except Howl.
All right, Hal, you're up first.
I'm gonna bloodlust.
You just took out the patriarch.
And they're not.
And those guys are running back, but you could see them pointing like, he got Pappy!
Come get some! But you're too slow, so I'm gonna go get these guys who were shooting at me at first. So I'm gonna run around this corner.
Howl and Howl.
4, 5, 6. I'm gonna go to here.
Okay.
Can I get to here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You can get to there.
Great.
Alright.
All 3 of them. I'll attack the one.
So the lady's got a shotgun there.
Yep, that's the one I should aim for.
Okay.
So is this still reduced by die type? Is it for the rest of the game?
It's for the rest of this encounter. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
So yes.
That's just for damage. Gotcha. Okay, I will attack.
No, we
my,
still have a ton of game left.
I will attack with my bracer. That is a 6,
6.
and she does not have a.
That's
hand-to-hand
correct. So
weapons?
that's an 8. So that hits, but not with a raise.
Okay, cool. So now I'm gonna lower the damage type by this, and I actually need another D8. I don't have any more D8s. Ooh, ew! That's gross.
That's really bad.
That's a 1 and a 2. I assume that doesn't do anything.
3. You're not adding anything to that?
No, not for the bracer. It doesn't do anything other than that.
Okay.
It's strength and a D8.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, that's you come striking at her, but she just kind of brings the butt of the shotgun up to deflect your bear claw bracer.
All right.
Second hit.
Second hit. Oh, like crap today. Ooh,
There's an 11.
Cool.
That's pretty good.
It's -2.
11 minus 2 is a 9, which is a successful raise still. So add an extra D6 to your damage.
Okay, so that is 2D. Nope, there's a D4. Every die type. So that is 10 plus 2, 12.
10 plus 2, 12.
Yes.
12. So, she blocks that first bracer hit with the butt of her shotgun, but she does not see your other fist coming right in for her face, and it makes a dead-on connection, and her head goes rocketing back to the boulder behind her, and you hear a sickening thud. And she just slumps down to the ground.
I hate hitting a woman, but pointing a shotgun at me.
In fairness, she barely looked like a person.
Oh.
Hand in your card. These guys are very much, they keep it in the family. All right,
hearts go before.
Hearts before clubs. All right, so those guys come streaming back in behind the wagon. We gotta do this for Pappy! These two are going to try to step back from you. Actually, no, they're not gonna risk getting hit. They're just gonna both try and shoot at you.
Okay. Do they get any minuses for being next to me?
They don't, but they have to beat your parry.
Parry, which is great, right?
Great, yeah.
Okay, that's gonna be a miss from this guy, big time, and a miss from him. All right, big misses. Misses all around. Oh, that's a disappointing turn for them. Okay, next up, James Boak.
Okay. Speed load.
Speed load, so that's one action?
I gotta reload.
Do it slowly
Yeah.
this time.
Yeah.
Make sure you get it right.
We're at 1, 2.
That's how you load fast.
Yep.
And this mystery box pull is going to come into effect next session.
Okay.
Next session.
Good.
He doesn't want to score us too many times this
Right.
session.
Is it bad?
It persists for a session.
It's bad.
It's bad.
It's cool.
It's cool. It's
You have
It's
to tell
cool.
Chad if it's bad or
I
not.
don't have to tell him anything.
Yes, you do.
Chat, will you tell us?
There are
They
don't
don't
know.
know.
holders. They need to know.
Can I? They're too far away for me to shoot, right?
They have run back behind the wagon now.
Okay.
So
Is
you
it-
could technically shoot them.
Can I move to a position where I
1,
can
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can move to
Is this your last round of quickness?
You can move there. This
get? Yes.
But I can extend it for a round for 2.
far. You can
only
basically
have 3
move to
power points
here,
left.
shoot one of them, and then finish your move here, which would be behind the rock, kind of. Not really.
Yeah, not really.
You could go 1, 2, 3, 4 to shoot one of them, and then 5, 6 back and fall prone.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try and do that.
1, 2, 3, 4, shoot!
Yep.
Pew pew.
That's a 6.
6 will do it.
All right.
Ooh. Ouch.
Not great.
5 is not enough damage, though. Shot goes sailing overhead.
Take
Nailed
another.
it that time.
And 1,
I
2,
can't. I sped load.
go prone.
Sped load.
It takes an action.
Yeah. Well, wait. No. Speed loading.
I thought it didn't take an
If
action.
I have
thought
speed
that was
loading,
the
it
thing.
doesn't take an action.
That's what I thought.
So
Yeah.
you
that's
get
why I
another
was like,
shot.
Yeah. So I could take another shot.
Do it.
Okay.
You got quickness.
What's the point of speed load if it takes
That's
an
right.
action?
That's
like,
right. No,
nobody-
you're right.
Right? Jordan?
Right?
I'm checking.
Jordan.
I'm checking.
Doesn't reloading normally just take an action?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So speed load just does nothing?
Yeah, no, that's why I was like, why would you take it then?
Yeah.
Speed load is in the Deadlands book.
Jordan's like,
Go ahead and take your shot.
other Jordan.
I got it here.
He's got it. Ace!
Ace! Ace! What is that?
Oh.
It's not an ace.
It's okay.
So that's 14.
No, it still takes an action.
What,
It just ignores the multi-action penalty.
North.
Oh.
That's right. So that's a 13.
It's not that great.
It is,
No,
actually.
It is. It is, especially if I'm fanning the hammer.
But the shot still gets the multi-action penalty, right?
No,
No.
he can do it so that the shot does not get the multi-action penalty.
Oh, okay.
But that would have been your only shot.
Yeah. So, that,
All right, so that was a miss. Even though it sounded like that last shot was really good.
Yeah.
All right, so you drop down to the ground. Hand in your card. Next up is Gabriel Pryor.
All right, I am going to, I'm going to try and run to
To that rock?
this rock
Okay.
and then try and take a shot.
Okay. So
it'll be a
your shot's
minus-
going to be at a -2.
Yeah.
But go ahead and make your run your run roll.
Which is, what do I
D6.
roll? D6? Okay.
No acing.
No, and no
No wild die.
wild die for this. All right.
2. You get 2 extra.
All right, well, I'm going to try and make it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yep,
You can do
okay.
it. Yep.
I run there,
Okay. You taking a shot at this guy?
and I want to take a shot at the, yeah.
Do it.
Okay.
Shooting roll -2.
Shooting roll -2. Ace!
Nice.
On the 6. What is
11
that?
-2 is a 9. Success
right.
with a raise. 2d8 plus
Hell
d6.
yes.
Nice!
I like using a rifle.
Rifles, y'all. Pretty good guns.
Ace on the D6.
No, 12, 13.
So, Sweet.
He is fully focused on Hal Melton, who just caved in the skull of the sister aunt next to him, and doesn't see Gabriel Pryor running up and firing off a cracking shot as he runs. That goes right through his spine. And
Yeah,
drops him.
I like lean and like brace myself against the rock because I do it as
Drop him.
Nice shooting, preacher.
Hand in your card.
That was for him, not me, right?
We'll see.
What?
I'm going for the gun. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's gonna pick up the shotgun. 5, 6. You sons of bitches ain't taking her back with you. She done told you what she wants, and it ain't this. 4 is enough to hit.
Oh, snap.
Way to go, guy.
11 damage on this guy there, which drops him.
Yeah.
Fires a shotgun blast, which sends that guy sprawling back onto the ground, and then cocks it.
My man fighting with the power of love.
And she runs out here and says, "Bo, no!"
Uh-oh. No. Shoot. Back in there.
All right, Rosaline.
Well, I'll stand up. That seems important.
2 squares.
1, 2, okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, so I can get that far.
Yeah. What do you aim to do here, Rosaline Byrne?
So,
At the wagon.
yeah, what happens if I 54 card pick up a wagon?
You gotta break the wagon in order to do. So the wagon is gonna act as armor against this attack.
But this is, counts as a heavy
It
weapon.
does count because that only matters if you're trying to pierce through heavy armor. But the wagon is not super sturdy. So I'm gonna say, let's see. I'm gonna give it armor +3, so it's gonna reduce the damage by 3.
Okay. So if I go here,
How much of them can you reach?
more than I would have expected.
3 of them.
Yeah.
Actually, do that again?
It kind of depends, like.
I don't know. That looks like all of them.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, I'll
All right.
take it.
Yeah, you should take that.
Hey, don't argue with the marshal on that
I
one.
won't.
All right, spending points.
Yeah.
How many points do you have remaining?
3.
So this is it?
Well, I
This
need
costs
2.
2.
I need
Okay.
2. So, I mean, basically, that's it.
That was after you have them. You have nothing with which to
You gonna
reroll.
reroll? Yeah, you do.
Look at that common bond.
Aw.
Last fate check. Please stop flipping.
Wow.
I'm just gonna take it.
Anywhere close.
Hand it directly to me.
Literally
Just
2 inches away from
directly
where she
hand it to me.
flipped it.
It was beautiful.
I like it.
That was great.
Okay. Come on,
Hal,
be
here
better.
you go.
Yes!
Yes.
8. All right.
So, 7.
So a 7. So not a hit with a raise, so no extra damage. Roll damage, which is 2d10.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
13 damage. Okay, so they have to make an agility roll against a 7.
Don't make it.
Why against the 7?
It's my.
Because that's her
that was
arcane
the-
casting. And they're a group.
What did you?
They failed. They're gonna take full damage. So that is the wagon's gonna count as 3 armor against it, so that's 10 damage.
Yeah.
All right. So you run up and your cards spring to your hand, and you just look at this wagon and you just let off this huge
Destroy
torrent
wagon.
of cards, which
Fuck you, wagon.
not only shreds the wagon, but flips it up into the air. So while these guys are getting diced and shredded by card, the wooden heavy part of the wagon comes down out of the sky and crushes them beneath it. Rosaline Byrne, you have taken down a full half of these guys.
Whoopsie.
They are dead.
Nice.
And the wagon is destroyed.
Yeah, area of effect.
That's right.
Play of the game.
Well done! Last round. I'm assuming, since there's only one of them left.
This guy's like, I can take.
We really
them.
gotta do this?
Yes.
Joker?
Yeah, I'll take a joker.
Oh!
What a time.
Yes.
I was like,
Would everyone care for a fate?
Give it.
Do you want it?
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
No.
No. It could be legendary.
oh
There's a
yeah.
legend chip. Do you want it?
Ow! What did I even hit? Yeah.
She wants it. Give it to her.
I mean,
There's only one round.
there could be a whole nother battle.
We're gonna kill this guy.
Yeah,
Or
let's not.
capture
Okay.
him.
I've got 2 chips.
3,
Stop giving me threes!
5.
Wow.
All right. This guy gets a 9.
Wow.
The lovers get a 7. The last remaining member of this clan is going first.
Maybe.
Oh, right, you got a joker.
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay. Wait! No! No, this ain't the way Perpy said it was gonna go!
I don't know what.
You're the one that took my sister! 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him.
Okay. Make your attack.
Okay. That's a bad idea, buddy.
Maybe try not to kill him.
I mean, do I make that claim now? How does that work?
Try not to kill him?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have to do non-lethal damage.
So I'll attack with my unarmed fist first.
Okay, then you can just do normal damage, but if you take him out, it'll be non-lethally.
Okay.
Just because we might want surgeon information.
I can't put away my claw as a free action, can I?
No.
Can't just drop it?
Yeah, you can drop it as a free action.
Okay, I'll do that. And
All
then
right.
punch
So
twice.
you just drop your hand and release your grip on it.
Yeah.
And pull up.
I'll just punch
Oh,
him
you can
twice.
only punch once when he's running by you. You just get one attack.
Oh, right.
Nothing
You're right.
special.
So never mind. I don't have to drop the claw then.
Yeah, you can
'Cause
just
it's
use your other hand. Are you using your offhand though?
Yeah.
Still at a -2.
No, I don't have that. Because I have.
Are you ambidextrous?
Is that what it is? I have two-fisted.
Yeah, two-fisted
Oh,
reduces the
okay.
penalty.
Yep, you're right. So it's a -2.
Yeah. That's a miss.
That's 2 2s.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Ooh.
Why'd you roll 2 2s, Hal?
He runs to here
Kept him alive.
and sights Beauregard and fires a shot.
Don't kill Beauregard.
Uh-oh.
We'll be upset.
That's a 5. That'll hit. But I'm gonna add a d6 to it.
Oh! You really want to kill this guy.
That's a 10. That's a hit with a raise.
Oh, no.
You go kill Beauregard.
7 damage.
It's only a hit, right?
And Bo goes down.
It's not a wild card.
Yeah, we don't know.
Oh.
You're not taking my sister! Alright. That was the plan. Next up.
Me.
Well, I feel real bad
Thanks,
not
bud.
making that hit.
I will stand up
1, 2.
and I will take aim. Wait, no, that's a move, right? Getting up
Yeah.
is a move, so I can't mark something. Okay. I'm gonna. Let's see, what is it to called shot to?
Min? -2.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and like shoot his arm, his shooting arm.
Okay. So, are you trying to take him down without killing him?
Yeah.
That's gonna be at a -4.
Okay.
So you can still kill him by shooting him in a limb. But if you want to try and do it, if you want to try and make a ranged attack non-lethally, it's gonna be at a -4.
You aced
But
it!
you aced on the D10.
Yeah.
Ooh, that got done.
17.
17.
17 -4. 13.
-5 actually.
-5. 12.
12.
Success with 2 raises.
Plus marksman, though, right?
No.
No.
Oh.
So that's 3d6 plus 1.
Correct.
6, 9, 10.
10. You shoot him. Let's see, where would you shoot him to disable him? You blow out his kneecap.
Yeah.
Shoot him in the knee. And he just face plants on the ground. Yeah! Yeah! And his gun goes flying out of his hand. And this fight is over. Woo! Oh, shit. Bo! She comes running up and grabs him. There's blood kind of coming down from his head.
Yeah, I'm gonna run to him and try to start doing some.
So
to keep the blood inside.
you run over there.
Yeah.
I also will run to Beauregard.
But it looks like his temple has just been grazed. Actually, after you look at him and you see the blood is flowing, it's because it's a head wound, but it's not a very deep one. And that's why it's bleeding this heavily. He kind of sits up and shakes his head. And he says, I'm sorry. Like, she is just furiously hugging him and screaming at him. And he's, I'm sorry, I couldn't let him take you away again. You people, you done killed my family.
I go over to him and I step on his kneecap that I and I go, Mirabelle,
What?
I believe this one is yours. And I go, now, son, I think you know what Mirabelle is capable of.
She ain't capable of nothing but being a traitor. He's squealing like a pig down on the ground.
You tell me what you know of this woman that you deal with.
You mean the mad lady that Pappy dealt with?
That's the one.
Mister, you must be dumber than a sack of rocks, because Pappy's the only one ever dealt with her.
I step on his knee a little bit more, and I just go, you want to rethink that?
Yeah, I don't have to rethink it. I'm pretty smart. He would always go, he'd be gone for a couple days, and then he'd come back with a lot of money.
Go from where?
From our ranch.
Where's that?
Why don't I draw you a map?
Maybe you will.
I don't think I'm in any shape to. Also, I don't know how.
Draw your kneecap? What are you talking about?
What?
So you're in no shape to draw a map? You can draw a map.
He's not very smart.
What?
Okay. All right. Mirabelle, what do you think should be done with this thing?
She looks at him, and she kind of looks around at the carnage of all of her family, these people that raised her and that she grew up with, and she looks back at Beauregard, who's just sitting there with blood running out from his hand, which is missing 2 fingers.
And this is the guy that shot Beauregard.
Yeah, and she says, might as well finish what you started.
All right. And I will shoot him.
All right, and I won't make you roll for it, because it's pretty easy to do at this point.
Super easy.
And you feel Life Drinker go cool in your hand, and you just neatly and deftly replace it at your hip.
Can you show us where your family comes from?
I can give you my best guesstimate of it, yes. Sorry, she wouldn't use that portmanteau. My best guess.
All right, well.
But I want you all to understand what it is you've done here today. You've saved our lives. I don't care what kind of people you are. I don't care anything about where you come from. As far as I am concerned, you folks are heroes.
Well, it's not something I've expected to hear.
Hold on, because you're hearing this. From everywhere around you, all of a sudden, there is just this sound of drumming, and you feel this little bit of vibration beneath your feet, as though there's something huge coming this way, and then it stops. And you can see, looking at the 4 of each other, that you all felt that. But Mirabelle is just looking at you with admiration, as though she didn't hear or feel anything at all.
Did you all feel that?
Yeah, drums, right?
Definitely.
What the hell was that?
And she just kind of goes back to administer to Beauregard.
You two take these horses that were hitched to that wagon. That hopefully didn't flip.
No, the horses ran free of everything as soon as the shooting began, and they're kind of just running around in circles out on the plain.
Dot grabs him, pulls him in.
Oh, okay.
brings him in. Now, you take these horses. You get to Desiree. You stay out of anyone's sight. You stay low.
We will.
You just follow the plan.
We will. Thank you. Thank you all so much for giving us our future together. You don't know what this means to us. Now, I hope to be able to one day repay someone else with the kindness that you've shown me and my fiancée here. We have our lives ahead of each other because of you, so thank you.
Well, we've got to do what we can.
And he
Now, I hate to be morbid, but you might want to take some of this corpse with you.
they turn and look at each other, and they nod at you, and they go off to try and grab the horses that have just kind of scattered from the wagon.
With her telling us kind of where they were from.
Yeah, she lets you know, like she kind of sketches out the general area, which appears to be like north, like she said, north of the rail line that's somewhat equidistant between, I don't have the map in front of me right now, but Dead End, I don't think this one's as detailed as I need it to be. Dead End and Phoenix, we'll say. Kind of equidistant.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab that shotgun, by the way.
Okay.
Not saying I'm gonna keep it, but at least.
It is not loaded.
It's something that we can
Yeah.
pass around the group as necessary.
But because the mysterious strangers in chat unlocked Gear Up, it did not go crazy and explode at the end of the fight like it was originally going to. So you guys get to keep this lowly $1,500 shotgun. May you
That
use
is-
it well.
That is.
Holy shit.
We're gonna buy ourselves an army.
Those two really loved each other.
Seems they did.
Yeah. Gives you hope, doesn't it?
Imagine finding out that the person you love has to eat people.
That is quite a revelation, I suppose.
What would you guys do in that situation?
What?
Well, I
you
think
mean
we'd
if one of them
figure it
had
out.
to eat one of us?
If it was
Yeah.
gross, there'd be no question.
They wouldn't eat one of us.
I mean, we might try to find someone else first.
I don't know if we would have been as
It's not
sure about finding cadavers.
as comforting as I thought it would be.
Well, at least
Oh.
when we had first met.
I agree.
All right. Well, let's stop talking about this. Let's go. Let me go find Gussie because she's probably somewhere else.
Yep.
You should probably, yeah. We'll never leave here.
And then we're leaving.
I
that
think
right?
I think we have a little bit more of a plan where we're headed now.
We seem to know where we're going, at least for now.
It's a shame we didn't get more concrete information, but at least we know that there's some way to contact this person within a couple days of that ranch.
We can find some of these settlements maybe that are within a couple days of that ranch and then start triangulating where it might be.
All right, so Hal, you're gonna go track down Gussie.
Yes.
James, what are you doing? Gonna try and get your gear together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pack up our bags and stuff for sleeping bags.
What are you guys doing?
I mean, if we're leaving, I would try to go and get all of my stuff together, I suppose.
From out of the house?
Yeah, and
Okay.
to get the horses and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Gabe is gonna go to Rose too.
Okay.
And just kind of be like,
You know, Rose, seeing that couple and how devoted they were to each other, all I could think about was the fact that if I was in the same situation, I would do the same thing.
Well, lucky you're not in the same situation. I don't want to eat people, honestly.
I know. All I'm saying is that all of this seemed to matter very much to them. I think it matters to a great many people, and I felt us just getting further and further apart. And I just want you to know I would do anything. I would lose more than a couple fingers to stay with you. I don't care about whatever these things I can do with these healing and Rose, I know you don't like it. But the only reason I do any of this is because I know it could protect you somehow. And yeah, it might involve prescribing to some morality that we don't necessarily believe in. But if that's the system we've got to play, and it will help me save you, save us, then hell, I will play that game. Maybe Hal is right. Maybe they're right. Maybe we should get married, even if it didn't mean anything. It didn't mean anything new. You're all that matters to me, Rose.
Are you fucking with me?
No. I've never been more serious about anything. Maybe if we had some sanctioned marriage by whatever religion it is this comes from, maybe it would help us stay together. Maybe it would help me have more ability to save you, to save us.
What makes you think you could possibly save me?
I don't know. But, damn it, I don't think that we can let any possibility drop off. We can't just let this go by the wayside. Rose, all I can think about when I envision the rest of my life is being with you. Now, if we get some advantage by putting some sort of label on that, I don't see why that's so wrong. I have no doubt that I want to be with you for the rest of my life. Even if it ends up being, I don't know, much shorter than we initially expected.
I can't do that. I can't do that. I think that Rose kind of looks at him for a long time, tears in her eyes, and it takes her a long time, but then she turns and she goes to collect her things.
And leaves the house?
I mean, she goes to she collects her things, she leaves wherever he is, she goes to Juliet.
Okay.
She leaves. But she's not okay.
Okay.
She's crying the whole way.
Okay. So, Gabriel, you're standing there in the suddenly empty house, feeling this sudden absence of Rosaline's almost like a physical blow. This was not the way that you were hoping this would turn out. And that's why it takes you completely by surprise when you hear a soft voice behind you say, "I'm sorry, Mr. Pryor, that was hard to watch." And as you turn around to see who that was, to cry out some sort of alarm, a flurry of dark, greasy feathers just flies into your face, and as your mouth is open to cry out, you feel those feathers just fill up the inside of your mouth, and you feel a hand on you, and you are suddenly gone. And all that floats to the ground is a single piece of paper with a circle of thorns, with the eye of a raven inside of it, and one word printed on it. And what that word is, you'll have to tune in next week to Wildcards to see. Because that is all the time we have for tonight. So thank you guys very much for being here. Thank you. We went a little long, but that's just how long Wildcards is now. And thank you so much for your tips for unlocking all of those devastating mystery box draws. And one mystery box draw that will remain next week. What happened to Gabriel Pryor? What is going to happen to the rest of the posse? You will have to be here next Friday at 8 p.m. Pacific time in order to find out. So thank you guys very much for being with us. Thank you guys for that. Thank you to Tyler for running everything behind the scenes. Thank you very much, Tyler. And I want to say a quick thank you to the tribal drums that we heard. Those are from Matt C90 from freesounds.org. So thank you for letting those be free to use. Nice. And also, you guys have advanced to the heroic rank.
Yeah!
And those drums are probably not related to that in any way. Lax Knight, thank you very much for the sub.
Thank you, Lax Knight.
We heroes, official. It says on our sheet.
Wow.
Yeah, you guys unlocked everything. You got a Gatling shotgun, you got all kinds of fun stuff, and you're down a Gabriel Pryor right now. But we'll see.
Seems pretty bad.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what's on that tiny slip of paper next week. Does anyone have anything that they would like to promote before we leave?
Tune in Sunday for Tempting Fate at 5 o'clock. They are doing the special Carry Your Penguins game of Lasers and Feelings that was unlocked during our last subathon marathon. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Omar Najam and Eliza Pearl are guesting. It's going to be really cool.
Tune in for that. Gruff?
Me, Megan, and Jordan do a podcast called Experience Pointers where we talk about
This
RPGs. Yeah, that's Jordan. We need to get that Jordan on the show because it's going to be really confusing. But it's called Experience Pointers. Please check us out on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. You can find us on Twitter at EXP Pointers Pod.
Correct.
I did it. I know that. I know.
Yeah, I think that's most everything. Just find me on Twitter at Meghan Caves, MEGHANCAVES. Also, Mysterium, my Mysterium at Bainbridge Estate, my mini campaign that Jordan was in, is coming out as a podcast right now. So the first episode is out to everyone. If you back our Patreon here, $10 or more, you get it a week early. So you actually have access to episode 2 right now.
Noise.
All right. Jordan?
And I'm actually going to not be here next week for stuff.
What?
I know, crazy.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you just did the whole
Well,
thing.
coincidentally,
That's
it's really
really
good
good.
that I got
for me disappear.
Yeah, wow. Okay, great. Well, that worked out well.
I know, but still tune into the shows that I'm normally on, which is Legacy on Mondays, which is a City of Mist game. It's kind of like a noir superhero game. There's also starting up the new Starfinder campaign run by Tyler Rhodes. And again, I'm not going to be in the beginning, but if you watch the little 3-episode mini campaign, I'm going
It's
to
up on YouTube.
Yep. Yeah, it's great. I'm going to be reprising my character from that, Noel Bavabek, the death-wishing lizard man. And
then what?
that's pretty much it. Yeah, follow me on Twitter at Jordan Pigeon.
Thank you guys so much again for all your support. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spreading the word about the show. We really appreciate it. When you do spread the word about the show, be sure to use the hashtag WildcardsRPG and also give our in-game Twitter accounts a follow. We do some in-between session RP. Gabe and Rose did some just yesterday and today, actually. So that's at wildcards_Dom, at wildcards_GXG, at wildcards_GM. Why can't I remember things today?
Yeah.
At wildcards_Meg, at wildcards_JP. And also, guys, be sure to check out our Patreon page. There were no Patreon NPCs in this game. These guys were all up, but there are going to be more Patreon NPCs appearing this season. So check that out. Thank you for everyone who subbed. Thank you for our mods who keep the channel so awesome. Thank you to everyone. We will see you next week at 8 p.m. Pacific time on Friday. And we will leave you with... finger guns!